That's the song that they play when it's just you and your neighbor left inside the movie, like a zombie movie, and you're the only two left on like a plane, and the rest of the people are just zombies. This is it. Just you and your neighbor living your life. You on top of the hill, them at the bottom. Then all of a sudden the zombies see them, and they go to the hill, and they go to the hill, and they're like, okay, where they run? They can't climb the hill fast enough. So all you can do is watch as your neighbor, the last person on earth, dies. And all you can say is, oh no. Welcome everyone to the stream. The VOD's gonna sound like nonsense because the VOD, it cuts out all of that, but we have a lot of things to do. One, we're gonna play the zoo game. Two, we're gonna check out the Steam Next Fest. Sorry, I was supposed to check. Like, I was checking out on my own, but then I was like, oh, there's a lot of games, and so I figured, you know what? Why don't we just check it out together, and we can do it on my non-Steam because my Steam has adult game showing, and it's a lot of adult games. And let me tell you, their thumbnails don't hide a single thing. Official manga sites cost money each chapter, so having a game doing that, it's not far-fetched. That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. Actually, you know what's funny is that so I've said this before, but the Walking Dead games were basically that. In my mind, the Walking Dead games, things like the wolf game, the Wolf Among Us. There's like a wolf inside of me. There's a wolf deep inside of my asshole. Like that game also is like that too. And so it's like, realistically, we've already hit that point, but like nobody remembers that. But yeah, it's we're gonna get to the point where we get, you know what, micro game optimization. To the seas, my fellow pirates. To the seas. I know you're a real Twitch account now. I know where to report you. It's funny because like it's like you get a game like UFO 50, right? From the guy who makes Aquaria as well as Spelunky, and sort of like the team there. I know there's more people, but I only really know them, so I'm sorry to the rest of the people who are in the game, okay? But like, even they were able to release their games sort of fully as like a full thing, even though each one is like its own self-contained game. And so it makes you wonder, do you really need the money? And I think about this. I was playing Heartopia all of last night, and I can't wait to show you. I found a really good bug, and they might fix the bug. I'm really hoping that they don't, but I found a really good bug to make my base with, make my home with, to make the stage, and it works very well. But playing that game made me think about the fact that it's a gacha game. So it's like, imagine you do everything, and you spend all this money, and it's like, well, do you really need to make $1 billion? Like, I know the Genshin Impact, for instance, costs about 100 million to run, 200 million to run, right? And to beat inflation, you're looking at like what? I don't know. I forget the actual number, but you need a certain amount on top of that to beat in inflation, right? On top of the fact that you do need to grow your studio too, so it's like, the longer people work, the higher their role should be. So like there's like a little overage that you need to continue development sustainably. But to the point of like bajillions, I don't know. And I'm like, do we need to spend much money? So there's like a whole commentary on gacha games. And then there's the other side where it's like, but they're really like hot and sexy. Go follow, shout out, pirates. At least you didn't type pirate software. Anyways, that's what we're going to be doing today, is seeing a bunch of games that are somehow releasing in spite of the fact that there's no such thing as making money within games anymore. Because for Ubisoft is a great example of a place that can no longer make any money. No, don't follow him. No, don't follow him. Come back. No, save yourself. Don't do it. It is okay. Can I say something about that? I don't usually comment on the drama, but like the dog shock collar. Like, that was a meme that, like, spread everywhere, and I saw so many funny variations of that image that I was like, holy shit. Like, I saw one in, like, RuneScape, and then this one with the monogem, it's like the copy paster of, like, you're on the list now, and then I've worked at Blizzard for, like, 7 years. It's like, what is going on here? And, by the way, I noticed that pattern a lot, and it was even before the pirate software thing, but I've always noticed that pattern when somebody says, like, hi, I'm somebody, and I've lived XYZ doing ABC things for 1, 2, 3 years, right? I've seen that pattern a lot from people where they open a sentence like that as if to say that this qualifies them. And I always think to myself, not really. It doesn't really qualify you any more than just saying that you do the thing, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you could spend years doing nothing and still be nobody, you know? So whenever somebody, for instance, whenever I see like a blog post or like especially like a comment on like a social media, and they open up with, "No, I've been doing this for like 20 years, and I know it's like XYZ," I always think to myself, "Yeah, but who cares?" Like the fact that you know is more than enough proof. But it eventually, all arguments online devolve into, who are you? How long have you been doing this thing? And where have you done it? Like name dropping things to like give yourself some legitimacy instead of like dealing with the idea itself. Anyways, I've been unemployed for about 3 months now, and I know what I'm doing. Hey everyone, I'm unemployed for 3 months now, and I've got a lot of things to say about the world around us and all these things that we do, and you know what? One of the things that we do need to talk about, one of the things that we do need to say, is that there are too many games at the Steam Next Fest. Here we go. This is my segue. Sorry, not that that's a bad thing. Shout out unemployed, the dream to be a meme. I don't know if I want to be a meme. Like, I would be terrified of becoming a meme, because it's like there's two types of memes, right? You get the lolcow, which is like you're targeted by genuinely awful people who have nothing left to do in their life. Like, it's like they'll break into your home just to see some aspect of your life. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, there's like the meme of like, you're the "It's Wednesday, my dudes" guy. You know what I mean? That's a good meme to be the "It's Wednesday, my dudes" guy. That's great. Or to be like Jerma, where he has a fat ass. You know what I mean? That's not really what he's known for, but I'm just saying that's one of the things that he's known for. So it's sort of like there's like a limit to the memery that I want. Sorry, let me just drink some tea. I'm pretty tired. Last night I stayed up till 4 a.m. building, and then took my family dog to the dog park for a bit just to hang out. And she's a sweetheart, but she's also like a puppy, so she's crazy. I have so many scratch marks on my arm. Like, I look like I got into combat with like a feral. Actually, not even like a feral, just like a normal raccoon in my city. It's just like a raccoon is just a normal feral animal. Like, by default, they're feral. And it's actually funny because one night I was out throwing out the trash, and I heard movement inside the trash bin. And I was like, "Holy shit, is there a person in the side here?" And I sort of waited to like look, right? The first thing that I see pop out is a baby raccoon. It's like it lifts the lid and it just pops out. Next thing I see is the mom, and the mom is like the one holding up, because I saw her arm first. And so you see this tiny raccoon with like a bag of like food in its mouth, which I guess is like the trash. And then the mama raccoon pops out, and it was funny because the baby raccoon saw me, and it kind of just like kept on doing its thing, right? The mama raccoon saw me and froze. Like, the mama raccoon saw me and like it looked shocked, like it just froze, and it was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So it was a standoff, and I put my hands up to say, to like be like, "Look, nothing here. You can go do your thing." I stood where I was because I will not cede territory to an animal. But however, I will say that this is a peaceful moment. You were allowed to coexist because you were here first. So I was like, "Look, it's chill. Walk away." And so the baby raccoon just kind of like gets out. It's very lackadaisical because, as a baby, he doesn't really know the dangers of what people are. And it's just kind of like, yeah. And it looks at me. It kind of waddled over to me. And then the mom freaked out. I freaked out too. But the mom freaked out, and it swatted the baby to tell it to come back. Like, it kind of like grabbed it and like kind of pushed it back, because the baby was like walking towards me. And I was like, "Please don't walk towards me. Your mom's gonna kill me." So they eventually left, but it was like, for a moment it was kind of tense, and then they just both left. They walked on a fence, but I swear I saw the mother raccoon look back at me, and she stopped like walking away. She looked back at me, and it's like her eyes were staring daggers into my skull, saying, "If I see you again, if I see you ever talk to my baby ever again, I'm gonna kill you." It's like, I didn't even choose to, okay? You're in my trash bin, okay? And your child is trying to walk up to me. There's nothing that I can do. Stupid animal. Anyways, I love animals. I love feral animals, but raccoons by default are feral. So there's not really much that you can do. Also, I like how you gave 1 bit. I wish I could make those effects free. Like the giant chat message, I wish that was free. Because it's like, sure, like it costs money to run the infrastructure, but like it should be my choice whether or not it's free. However, thankfully, everything is 1 bit. Because, I don't really care about the... You know what it is? I really should think about making money from Twitch at some point. I really should think about how I'm gonna turn this into a real business venture. But it's like, the whole point of this is to have like a for fun thing to do on the side after interviews or before interviews or like in between things, like after job, like after work and stuff. It's not really meant to be like a thing that replaces my daily income. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. So my friend, right, it was really funny at the birthday party that I went to in February some time ago. It was so funny because like my buddy was there and like he knows that I stream, and so he was asking about how it's going and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, you actually have a lot of viewers." And then I was like, "It's not that many." And I was like, "It's like 2 people." And he was like, "Yeah, but like I go on Twitch and I see other streamers and they have no viewers. Like the viewers are just bots and no one talks." And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Hey, you know, I read this statistic," and I was like, "Oh, here we go." But I was like, "It's true though, because I read the same stat, and we calculated it actually, and I'm in the top 5% of streamers because I have like more than 1 talking viewer." It's actually pretty impressive. And I was like, "Holy shit! Like it's actually rough out here." So like imagine being sorry. I need to tell Fossabot to shut up. Okay, don't do Shut Clanker every like, oh, you know what? User cooldown, do 30 seconds. Okay, it's gonna tell the GetAbot to shut up every 30 seconds. It's just too much at like 10. But yeah, we calculated. I was like, man, like yeah, I'm like up there. But it's sort of weird to say. But it makes sense when you think about it. Because think about this. How many of you can get 1 or 2 people to listen to you consistently on a daily basis? You know what I mean? Not to say that you have nothing to talk about, but to say that like that's just a genuinely hard thing to do. It's like really hard to do that. And I'm over here complaining about being inundated by like conversations. Like even in my personal life, I've left so many people on red because there's so many conversations that I need to deal with. And I'm like, I don't even know what to deal with. Like there's just too much going on that I feel overwhelmed. And it's I know it's like a weird humble brag, but like everybody wants to talk to me, but I just want to sleep and I just want to like live my life. And it's stressing me out. It's stressing me out. I have to change my stuff probably to be sponsor friendly. I mean, maybe. Because I was thinking about that. It's like mostly ads and sponsors. I mean, but the one thing about the ad is that I don't like the ad breaks because they really ruin the flow of the stream. And then I don't really care much for sponsors. I can actually show you my list of sponsors. Well, I probably can't, but I actually have like a list of sponsors that do pop up every now and then. And indie developers who like want me to play the game and stuff. And I'm like, I'll just play a game for free. I've gotten a lot of free keys and I'm like, okay, well, don't do that. I'll just buy your game and then I'll just play it at some point in the future, right? Not to say that I don't want them to sponsor me, but to say that like, you know, especially for like an indie dev, like, I'm like, you don't really have much money in the first place. I know this. I know this because I know indie devs and I tried to make stuff too. And so it's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of hard to pay someone for a sponsor if you have no money. So save your money and give it to someone else, right? I'm not going to use that key. You can sell it somewhere. Sell it on like a third-party site, like a Keys to Go or something. I don't know. Like, what's a good site? Is there even a real site actually? Keys to Go. Logitech Keys to Go portable wireless keyboard for Apple. What the fuck? Wow. Yeah, you should have the ads too. Yeah, because like it just ruins the flow. So it's like the only monetization left really is sponsors from larger players or subs. And it's like, you know my philosophy in subs. Like I look at subs as like it's like a Patreon or a Kickstarter. It's crowdfunded. So it's like you like what I do, you give me a sub. But the thing about that is that even on Patreon, it kind of feels like this too. Here, let me show you the Kickstarter site. It is kind of interesting how you go to the Kickstarter site and it kind of wait, actually. Let me do this off the thing, because I might have some... Am I logged into an account? No, I'm not. Okay, good. Like, on the Kickstarter site, what you'll do is you'll see this, like, featured project and recommended for you thing. And it's actually kind of funny to see, because what usually ends up happening is that when you see a project that you really want, so you get that thing, you will then put money into it, and then it'll tell you, great, thanks, here's more. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to have, here's more. But it is interesting how even this is sort of like done as a flow of not, hey, if you have the extra money and you want to support something, go for it. It's done more as a, hey, we're going to try to like use those same tricks that like other stores do to try to almost like mind hijack you to spend money here. Like the only difference is that they're mind hijacking you for something good, but you know, it still doesn't change the fact that they're mind hijacking you. Also, Sword Hero only has 20 hours left on its Kickstarter, this shit is gonna go crazy. Okay, the Kickstarter is a fantastic Kickstarter too, because it's just apparently it's just one developer. It's just like one person who decided to quit their job and was like, I just want to make this game, and the demo was great. The next generation of wearable vacuum tube audio. What the hell is a vacuum tube audio? You got the Patreon, but then you didn't want to do more work on top of everything else. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like, and then, yeah, like that's the other thing too, is every single platform has its own way of dealing with payments, and I get it, because it's like every single platform has like a different sort of scope for their payments, and that's a reason why they can offer differences, right? But do I really have to go and give my bank account to several websites and make sure that all of them store it well? Which, I mean, spoilers, I'm going to tell you right now. Any website that you give your bank account to, even though there are regulations, it doesn't mean that people follow regulations. It just means that they have a buffer until the regulations catch up to them. And so at some point, your information is going to be lost, right? So it's like, do I really want to deal with that? On top of having to remember which one is which? Or do I just want to like just use the systems that are there and just hope for the best, right? That's why you create a separate account. Yeah, but like, wait, a separate bank account? Oh yeah, true. That's true, yeah. But then it's like, but you have to manage like a separate bank account, and then your bank's gonna ask you questions, and then it's like, like I know it's taxable income, but at the same time, it's like, you know, then you have to figure out, okay, well, how you want to like do your paperwork. Oh, especially for like the streaming stuff, it's like, do you want to do it like incorporated or like not? But thankfully, I was already incorporated, so it was like really easy. It was really easy to use my existing stuff for that. And so it's like my name is hidden behind like a layer of like some place in Delaware or something. But it's like, can you imagine trying to do it without being incorporated? It's like you got to then figure out, okay, well, what are your taxes like? How does it affect your taxes? Because like it's coming from this thing, which is like income, but it's like a different type of income. And then if you are incorporated, it's already a headache, because I'm like, for the $100, I have to file it as like a business income. It's like a fuck. Sorry. There's like a craving in me to eat these chips, and I just want to eat them really quick. Just give me a second. Oh. I love chips. I love chips. Oh god. Yeah, exactly. And then incorporating costs money too. And there's like different structures too. Like a structure of sole proprietorship doesn't really protect you very well. It's like it's still just you. So it's like for the maximum protection, you gotta pay like the monthly fee to keep this business going. And it's like, well, okay, sure, but like, do you really want to do that just to be able to get, you know, to sign up for like one more thing to make it like extra secure? It's like it's just too much. Let alone the paperwork and the yearly added stuff that you have to do. Because it's like, if your year is already busy, and I'm gonna say it, everybody's year is busy and full, it just adds more things that you have to be full about, and then you have to deal with it. Like, it's only really worth it once you get to a certain point, I feel like. Then it's worth it. And it's like, it was only worth it for me because I was contracting. So it was nice to have that barrier, right? But other than that, it's sort of like, what's the point? Pay me for my art. Please pay me for my art, please. I'm not paying any of your shit. I don't pay my artist. I let them starve. You know why? When the artist starves, they make better art. I'm just kidding. Hello, chat. Hello. Sorry. It's funny that you joined right at that moment because, like, you are an artist. But yeah, I find the monetization of the stream to be very annoying because, I mean, there's just a lot of like weird things about it. Like, on the one hand, I feel not bad about monetizing it because it's like you spend hours on this thing, you spend hours planning these segments. Well, not hours planning them, but it's like you spend a fair amount of time planning out what you want to do and like these like various fun things. You know what I mean? It's not always a show, but when it is a show, it's like I kind of wish I could get a return on that show. You know what I mean? Today is not going to be a show. Today is a very normal day. Tomorrow's going to be a show. And then Friday is going to be a show. And Saturday is going to be a show. And then Sunday, Monday, I'm off. And then Tuesday is going to be a show. Like, if anything, my stream is like mostly, it's an idea that I have and I want to bring it to life versus it's just shit that I want to play for fun. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, it's like I really want to do this idea versus I really want to play this game. If that makes sense. Not to say that playing games is bad. I'm just saying that like there's like something fun about just going in and doing some weird concept. And so it's like I don't really like. I don't mind don't mind being paid for it because like I feel like it's something, right? Like I feel okay doing it and then being paid for it, but still, it's like having to do all that work to get paid for it. And then on top of that, I don't know how many of you are actually like have the correct mindset for it. Like it's sort of interesting to sort of think about this, but I do always care about people's spending habits because it's like I don't want to be responsible. Because like I can say it's not my fault and make like a gambling ring. Let's say I can make a gambling ring and say it's not my fault if someone gambles their life savings and then dies. You know what I mean? Because they have to have self-control. I could say that, and it's true in the sense that I didn't pull the trigger, but still I loaded the gun and then I gave them a gun, and then it's like they did that, and it's like, am I not then responsible for what the gun does to them? Like I feel very, very sort of like deeply about that I probably am, and so it's hard for me to sort of step away from the mindset. But because of that, it's sort of like I don't know how many of you are actually like good at like being able to control yourself, because it's like how many of you give money to things not because you're parasocial but because you actually enjoy the effort, right? If anything, I feel like most of you would steal food if you could. Most of you, if you saw food on the floor that was good in like a grocery store and you said, okay, do I give it to you or do I steal it? You would just take it because it's better. It'd be easier than trying to like, you know, actually like pay the right money for it. The farmers are gonna starve because, and it's not necessarily wrong. If you're starving, then you need to make money too, right? But the farmers are gonna starve because you don't want to pay for the food. And that's the same thing here, basically. So it's sort of like, hey, you gotta, like, you know, figure that out. And that's just the way it's gonna go. So it's like, I don't know. So, like, for most people, it's like, can I trust you not to get into the habit of, like, the parasociality? Caught. Caught. Gamba, caught. Caught. Gamba, caught. Urge. See? I know all of you. What the hell is this game? A fully... Sorry, what is this? A fully animated and voiced sister life sim with roguelike runs. Find a cure from Mio's illness. Share meals and quiet nights at home. I'm sorry? Then enter the abyss each day to fight, loot, and push them. Is she naked in that photo? Is she naked in this picture? So, am I fucking my sister? Look, what the fuck is this game? Sorry, what the fuck? We gotta... Okay, so we're gonna go through the Steam Next Fest, everyone, okay? There are thousands of games in every Steam Next Fest, and I usually do them by myself to find things, but I'm actually curious to see what games you find interesting, too. So we're actually gonna go through the entire list. But look at this. I want you to look at the top level genres. There's 3,000 games with demos. And there's actually even more that I found off the Steam, like that are not in the Steam Next Fest, that have been in my list for a while that I've had demos too, which you're going to see throughout the entire weekend next week, okay? So it's like, these are games I've followed the developers for like a while, and I'm excited to play them. But it's like, there's a lot. So we gotta figure out which one is, like, basically, we're going to go through and see what people are up to, okay? I don't even think it's like a matter of finding something good. I think every effort is worth it, unless it's like AI slop, then it's not really worth it. But like every effort for somebody to make something interesting is itself interesting, right? Like there is a beauty to the act of creation and the art itself. But I figured we should do this together because then I get to see your taste. We have to play it. I do kind of want to play it now because I'm like, why is your sister so fucking sexy? You know what I mean? Bunny news. The greatest little sister game of the century is here. This feels like No Game, No Life. When you look at the first episode of No Game, No Life. So I have a funny story about No Game, No Life where my friend, he was like, he's really into the show. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try it out. I watched it. In the first episode, you see like an outline of the sister's panties with like her camel toe. Like you see her lips just sort of like peeking through. It's got a little wet spot on it. And I'm like, do you like this shit? And I just stopped. And then he was like, no, like, please just watch the rest of it. Forget the first episode. It is weird, but the rest of it's really good. And I watched it. And I'm like, yeah, the rest of it's actually not that bad. It's entertaining. But I was like, a lot of these things have a really... Anime gets a bad rap. Okay? Anime gets a bad rap. Because Hayao Miyazaki, okay, the GOAT of all time, makes animes where you don't want to jerk off to the kids. But games like this and shows like that, it's like, what the hell is this? Like, why are they doing this to like attract the Gooneries to a story that the story concept is interesting, where it's like, hey, you have a little sister, and a little sister could imply that they're an adult, could also imply that they're a kid. That's why it's weird, okay? She's sexy in the game, but also you have to deal with her illness, and it's like you're stuck in a time loop. It's like a Groundhog Day where you have to suffer the loss of your sister every single time. And it's like, holy shit, that's a sick concept. Now, why is she sexy? What does that bring to the game? It's like it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like Hayao Miyazaki can make a beautiful, amazing set of stories involving like a whole bunch of people inside anime, like ranging in like age ranges, and they all look normal and they all look interesting and it's all fun. Not to say that there aren't sexy characters, but like the sexy characters are like used very, very tastefully, very well. Whereas like this is just like it's just sexy. It's like I don't want to like yeah I want to save her, but it's not because I love her. It's because I want to fuck her. It's like I don't know how to feel about this. Panties were the best part. What do you mean? What do you mean? Sure, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna save my sister to fuck her. Oh shit, my sister's hot. She has a sword. All right, I'm gonna fuck her. You live with your adorable. Like look at this. Look at this. You live. Look at this phrase compared to the screenshot. Sorry. Like look at the phrase compared to the freeze frame. Who sleeps like that? That's what I mean. That's how you sleep. There's no way. There's no way that you sleep ready to be pounded in your sleep by a rock hard cock. That's literally the position. That's like the ass up face down position. That's literally the position that you go in so that you can get pounded. And she even does the back arch so she can feel more of it at the top end. That's literally the way it works. So I'm like, I don't know if this is like a real thing. You're always ready. Look, I'm just saying, okay? Like, I've only ever seen this position when I'm having sex. This is the only time I've ever seen it. Sorry, Mio, your lovely and cheerful sister, is burdened by a mysterious illness. So again, like, just really, it's the juxtaposition. You know what I mean? It's like the two sides. It's that dichotomy. Top 5 positions at least. I hard agree. You get a lot of like, you know, you get a lot of like leverage to work with, and you can go crazy with it. But like, I don't want to see my little sister do that position, or maybe I do. You see like a spinning text of like incest pop up on the screen, and it's like gold. It's like incest. Okay, so the cheerful sister. Okay, this is okay. See, like it's not even. And like, okay, this is just a normal thing, okay? These shirts. Can I say something about these shirts? The people who like make these shirts, it's messed up that you don't make these things stay on easier. Like, it's crazy how like the shoulder straps can just fall off very easily. Like, I'm like, and like, sure, it's a fine balance of like, it can't be too tight because then it digs into your skin. But it's like, by default, I feel like they're too like they're too loose that you always have to like fix your, like they're annoying to wear. Like I always look at, you know, people who wear them and I'm like, aren't you annoyed? And they're like, yeah. But they're like, but I look good in it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you look good in it, but it looks annoying. And then next time that I see them, inevitably I'll see them and they're just in like a normal, like a sweatshirt. And like, yeah, I got annoyed. You hate those shirts. Yes. There's a reason why sports bras and t-shirts exist. Yes, exactly. Like it just, I don't know, like it just doesn't really work out well. I don't know. Everyone that I've seen wear it eventually devolves into just wearing like t-shirts and like sweatshirts, because it's like, you know, like no one cares about. I'm gonna be honest, like in public, it's like no one cares about how you look, so it's like it's super easy to just be like a normal, to just be like comfortable. I don't know, just be comfortable. Like you must take care and find a way to save your sister. Save your sister and just look down at her cleavage. Just look into your sister's cleavage. What's funny is that I'm not even signed into Steam. Like this is my non-signed in Steam, and I don't even know why it's recommending this to me. Holy shit! They make more games. What kind of games do they sell? What the fuck? I'm gonna open this in a separate browser. Okay, the website said you must be 18 years old or older to go into. And they have a game called NTR Idol, which is NTR, if you don't know, is the phrase for the Japanese term netorare or something, where you where you do that with your sister. where you do that with somebody. I guess you NTR your sister. I can holy shit, they have job listings. Tentacle Tame Me. There's a lot of games, chat. On their website, there's Succubus Crisis. They have dojins and visual novels and RPGs. There's a Lunar New Year sale. There's Meat Train Embarkation with an exposure multiple endings tag. Risty in the village of Bacino. There's Mom Stolen in Space. And they have, oh my god. Chat, they have a section called Steam Patches. Okay, so there's a whole thing. So I found out 42k followers. To be fair, if you make adult content, I feel like adult content is very appealing to everybody. It's very easy to appeal to everybody because everybody wants to have sex. Sex is an amazing thing. It feels great. But Steam doesn't let you do that. However, Steam does have a funny workaround. So I did learn about this. So apparently a lot of games where it's like, they'll have adult content. What they do is they make a safe for work version and then they just give you a patch that allows you to add in the 18 plus stuff. If you go to their website, they have patches for everything. They even have a section called new patches and then all patches. So it's like, okay, this is like a new patch here. Where are the dudes? Sorry. I actually don't know why, actually. But I will say, bis, lesbians, and the straight dudes, they are eaten well, right? Okay, but if you're like a straight woman or you're gay, there's like very little choice. It's something that I've noticed a lot. Is like there just isn't very much about dudes. It's sort of weird, and not to say that like dudes look ugly. Like you can have a good looking dude. Like holy shit. There's a good example because I was just seeing this. I was just seeing this. Give me a second. Swain Wolf Skin. I don't know. Alright, here we go. Splash art. Here we go. This shit looks fucking crazy. So this is a character. Oh shit, sorry. Oh wait, this is actually the I think this is the art station of the artist who worked on it. This is a character in League of Legends. And this is a skin for him. It's actually such a sick skin that I see in game, and I'm like, holy shit, it looks so cool. The in-game of the skin looks sick. Right? But I'm like, yeah, like I'm straight as an arrow. And so it's like maybe it's a little wobbly here and there. But I look at this guy and I go like, yeah, this is a good looking male character. This is a good looking dude. Or like it's like a good looking sort of like dude looking character. It's like holy shit. He looks, and not even that, he looks sick. So not only does he look cool, he looks hot. So it's like a double whammy. And I'm like, you could absolutely make money from this. But I don't know why the industry as a whole trends towards like hot women and hot girls versus like hot dudes and hot men. You know what I mean? Like it's like weird. It's like I feel like there's just money being left on the table. But it is absolutely sick. In game, it looks like really good too. But the splash art, like what's funny though is that I will say this. If you see somebody load in with this skin, 9 out of 10 times, they're going to be absolute dog shit. Like, you're going to lose the game 100% because they're on your team and they're dog water. And I don't know why. This skin attracts that type of person. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I like how you knew that it was FTL. The last one was from a side-scrolling furry shooter game called Cinemora. Also, I take back what I said about one thing. The buys are not eating good, okay? If you're a buy, if you're a buy and the entire game industry only has sexy women, right? Think about it. It's like this. It's like going to a buffet that advertises that they have seafood and then dirt food. And then you go and you get to check the seafood section. They got lobster, they got abalone, they got scallops, they got like king crabs, they have soft shell crabs, they got blue crabs, they got all kinds of crabs. They got fish out the wazoo. You go from salmon all the way down to sardine, okay? Then you go to the ground section. And what they have? Roast beef, mashed potato, and like, steamed broccolis, and that's it. Like, you get more variety from the ice cream flavors at the dessert section than you do the meat. And I'm sorry to say it, but I think if you're a buy, you're still not eating good. Okay? There needs to be a revolution within the industry to get more skins and stuff like this. Because honestly, skins and stuff like this actually work. I actually think, one, he looks cool in game. Two, he does sell. It's like, and it just makes money. Also, let's see. Takes a huge ego to wear a glitter suit. So true. That's like the one thing is like, man, some suits look really cool, but I'm like, I don't know if I have the ego to pull it off. Anyway, sorry. So I was checking out their website. They have jobs. So they have jobs. They have a really interesting job title. They have a decensorer job. Yeah, I'm 18. Don't worry, this is just the job site. But you can be a decensorer. So if you want to decensor things, You're their person. You go and you decensor, or you can be a translator. Must have mastery of the English language plus Japanese or simplified Chinese, depending on what language that you want to work on. I guess if any of you want a job, you should go here. A playtester job? What do you mean? I can playtest games? I can playtest outstanding reading skills? Must have efficiency? Can I yeah, I would love to play your adult games. Or a decensor, edit out these of imaging. Oh yeah, here we go. Or a video editor. You know what? There's an opportunity for you at Psyche Studios. Anyway, so this is one of their games apparently. They have a lot of games actually. I can't scroll. I mean, I could probably scroll fine because on Steam, this is the non-18 plus section. Living with a little fox girl. What? Living with my little sister. Exposed live stream. The fuck is this? Okay, maybe I can't show this. Sorry, just give me a second. Maybe I can't show these because these are 18 plus games. So these are not 18 plus games. This is fine. Okay, their other little sister game is comparatively more tame. You can draw Willie's good. Sign me up. See, you should sign up then. Sorry, just let me. A strong gust of wind. Okay, so these are non-adult games. This game probably has an adult patch somewhere. Like I feel like she should be naked here. You know what I mean? She seems like she should be naked. Buy the cute and funny bundle. I only recently learned what this term was because I kept saying the phrase in memes, and I've only recently learned what cute and funny means. And it really does. Like they really know how to market it towards whoever is buying their stuff. You know what I mean? Like they really know who to market to. Do you think the trailer is safe for work? Did you see that frame? She's for sure spreading her asshole. Like 100%. I want to become a famous streamer. So to become a famous streamer, you have to have sex. Oh no, a strong gust of wind appears out of nowhere. Let's find interesting places to make content. Why was there a playground? Yeah, Master's tips. Master's tips. Upgrade her skills to boost engagement. Obtain donation. You have to get a donation skill. Show your viewers you're a kind little girl. Or prank them to entertain them. This is insane. 5,000 yen. What a view. Heavy breathing, what a view. She's showing her asshole. Wait, different outfits. Okay, that's it. These are, what is this? She has like the flasher jacket on. What the hell is this? Take fun and cute pictures. And pray to God. Pray to God. Strong gust of wind. Did someone fart? Yeah, she did. This sister. So they also made this game. Okay, cook yummy meals. Okay, the cooking stuff seems weirdly interesting. What is this? Like, what? There's no way that people still like take showers with their siblings when they're adults, right? Like, at some point you gotta stop. You know what I mean? Not to say that like there's anything wrong with it, but at some point, don't you just stop seeing your sister naked? You know what I mean? Like if you practice the whole thing of like showering with your siblings when you're young, like it makes like I guess if that's your like if that's a thing in your culture, sure. But it has to stop at some point, right? She's an elf. Oh yeah, she's an elf. Yeah, why is she an elf? Bathe together. Is she like staring at your rock hard penis? And why? How come she has a towel on her genitals, but you're completely naked? Unlock more exciting interactions. Chat. Is this a porn game? I can't tell. Do you think this game has a porn patch? What the fuck? Is a dungeon crawler? It actually did look kind of fun. Okay, I won't lie, like the gameplay, this feels like Brown Dust 2 all over again, where you have a game that's like, it's this, and then all of a sudden, it's this. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute, which game am I playing? It actually does look kind of fun, though. Like, see, like the Steam is censoring her, like, massive titties. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I guess if you're like a small child, you would do something like this. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, cause like, you know, like, because of children. But like, this is weird. I don't know. Something about this is weird. Like with the context of everything else, this is weird. What's she gonna do? Is she gonna like, is she coming? Like, why is she coming inside the hallway? We have to see the website for this game. I gotta go to the website. I have to go to the website again, and I need to know: do they have an adult patch for this game? Do they have a day one adult patch? If they don't have a day one adult patch, I don't want to fucking buy it. I want a day one adult patch where I can see her get naked and then fuck her. Download demo. Okay, there's a toothbrushing. Oh my god, there's a toothbrushing scene, just like in Monogatari. Okay, cool. Kuroha U features ACT action combat real time basis. Mio loves games. Yeah, I'm sure there's 11 reviews. Wait, the game's already out. The game's already out. What? There's a new version 0.99 supposed to be released. A new version just dropped 0.85. The game patch in here isn't the latest one from the dev. I don't know if they're gonna update the patch file in this website. Game patch. So the game's already out, but it does have a patch. Okay, so patches. Okay, so if I look for a simple, oh my god, download the demo patch. Or it is an adult game. Okay, chat. I'm gonna play this. Chat. I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna censor most of the screen. I'm gonna censor most of the screen. We have to play this. I need to know what the fuck is going on. What do you mean there's an adult patch? A simple life with my unintrusive sister. Download the demo and there's a patch file for it. Okay, download the demo. 1 gigabyte? Okay, I'll download it after when we take the next break, okay? But for now, we'll keep it like this. Holy shit, I knew that it was an adult game. Listen, I know when it's porn. I know when a game is like oddly porn-like. I know when a game is porn-like. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. I know that it's a porn game. You can't fool me. Anyways, let's keep going down, okay? Let's just, because we're gonna go through all 3,000 games. Well, not all 3,000 in one go. We are gonna stop at some point because we do have to move on to do the zoo thing. But we're gonna do as many as we can. What is this? In Argentina. Sorry, let me finish downloading the patch first, okay? Let me finish downloading the patch and then it'll be good. Got it. It's crazy, by the way. Sorry, I just realized too. The patch alone is 1.5 gigabytes. The patch alone is 1.5 gigabytes. For the demo alone has a patch that's 1. The game is 1.5. How large is this game? Sorry, Argentina, the QK virus transferred the population into zombies. A libertarian hero. What the fuck do you mean? A libertarian hero and his team must uncover its origin and stop it before it collapses. Dive into a bizarre experience of Argentine politics and discover the background of a malevolent plan. I don't know what to expect, chat. Also, Remnant from the Ashes 2, we're gonna finish this game at some point. It's so fucking good. I need to figure that out. That's all the picks. That's true. It's all the R18 picks. I feel like the story is that she's not actually related since Elfin Dungeon Crawler. She's like isekai. Oh, and she's innocent, and then saying that that we're her brother. That's a good point, actually. It could be that. It's like, hey, oh, you know what? Maybe that's how you get weeaboos to go to, like, that's how you get the otaku to go find jobs and stuff, you know? Like, people always come playing like, oh, my son stays in the basement. They're like 40 and all they do is play games, right? Yeah? If you hire somebody that's hot and you get them to call them Oni-chan and you say that and then you tell them that they have to go to work to like keep them alive, they're gonna do it. They'll go and find a job to take care of their hot, sister. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna work. Kuka. So what exactly is this? Why is it a game about libertarians in politics? This is. What? Why are they dancing? Chat, why are the zombies dancing? Does anybody here... What is this? Let's go, Argentina. What is this? Okay, chat. Holy shit, I know this dish. I was just researching this dish recently. A choripan. This is it. It is one of the best looking sandwiches I've seen. It's funny because it's like, I feel like they're like long distance siblings of like like my Vietnamese heritage because they too see the baguette as a carrier of like meat and sauces. It looks so good. Yeah, like I'm like this is like have you tried them? Is it good? Oh my god. I was going down a rabbit hole of like different barbecues and like different types of meat, and I was like, oh shit, like I really want to eat this. I really want a choripan. What does kuka mean? Chat, what does kuka mean? Kuka meaning. Oh, it's a nickname of a cockroach, as in it's a short form of cucaracha. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, you had it. It's so good. Oh, you're so lucky. God, what can't you do? God, you're such a good person. It's like God, you're such an amazing person. God. Pee standing up. Okay, you want? Yeah, is it that hard? Because like, can you explain something? Is it hard to pee standing up? Because like, I'm assuming because you can't control it, right? But you can kind of control it by like maybe yanking the whole thing. Like, I don't know how that works, but I have thought about like I've been thinking about like the logistics of it, and like I kind of want to like see how it works. Okay, so this short pan. Okay, so then they throw the thing. What exactly? Why does the libertarian? What do the libertarians have to do with this shit? What do libertarians have to do with this? So QK tracker, Kuka tracker. Oh, as in the cockroaches. You're tracking the cockroaches. Kuka. Kuka. You're tracking the cockroaches. Okay. Argentina slipped into a twilight of chaos and shattered symbols. I mean, this is like the most analogous of analogous types of stories, right? And like, was it like they're like a... Was it them? I swear they had like a massive crisis or something at some point. But like this feels like a way of talking about that. Yeah. It's like a shitpost about it. But I don't know if it's like a shitpost. Like a shitpost implies that it's defined to be like it's meant to just be non-serious, but it's hard to tell whether or not they mean for everything to be a comedy or to use this to say certain things about it, right? Like it's like I don't think that something is a shitpost if it actually says something interesting about the thing that it's talking about. I think shitposts are sort of lean more towards the comedy and like it's closer to satire, but like a satire that doesn't make fun of the thing, so it's not really satire. But it's like that type of humor, but just missing that like context. Whereas like I don't know if this is that or if it's actually using it as a way to talk about analogous things. Saying it right, there's no control, so squatting is the only option. Oh, this makes sense. I'd love to see you squat. I'd love to see you squat all over me and there's pee everywhere. I was actually checking out like pee play stuff because I was curious to see like what the fuck is it and why are people. So there's a whole subgenre of like videos where like people just like there's like a whole subgenre of like images and the videos where you see people just like squatting over you. So it's funny because it started from the Brown Dust 2 thing because I was like, what does that scene actually reference? And that scene in Brown Dust 2 where she's squatting over you, like that's a reference to like pee play. It's where they pee on you. Create and enjoy a peaceful woodland throughout the changing seasons. Yo, Tree Planter helps plant trees. For every copy sold, we plant a real tree. Why don't I just plant a real tree? We'll follow the light. Okay, but okay. If you can send links in here. It's like safe to send links. You won't get banned. You can send links. Banned. I'm just kidding. Okay, this will again. We're going through every single one. So what is this? Also, can I say something about like message deleted? You're right. Isn't that like it's? I always see this thing where it's like, oh, well, plant a tree if you buy the game, or like, hey, we spend money to offset our carbon emissions and stuff, right? And I always think to myself, you know, let's say you do that, and it's fine that you do that, but why don't I just take the money that I would have spent on your game to go plant a tree myself? And also, like, it's actually like you don't even need to spend money. Just go. I'm not kidding you. Just go and find like a bunch of acorns and just throw them somewhere, and boom, you've actually planted like a fair number of trees. What is this song? The song sounds so nice. Because nobody does that. It's easier to pay someone to do it. Example text. That's true. It is easier to pay someone to do it because like no one really wants to go outside. But what's funny about this is that in the same way that books attempt to say that for there to be good, there has to be evil, which I don't really believe that it's true. In reality, for there to be an inside, there must be an outside. So if you don't care about the trees, guess what? You won't have an inside this to like not touch grass with soon. You need an inside to be able to have. You need an outside to be able to have an inside. Because if your outsides are your insides, or your insides are your outsides, and sorry to say it, but you won't be touching grass. You'll be touching nuclear waste. It's an idle game where you plant a tree. Honestly, this does feel kind of like up my alley. Like for programming streams, this would be amazing. Shit. We're on track to plant 8,000 trees, aka we need to sell 8,000 copies. I think this is something here. But again, it's funny to see this because it's like the type of game where it's like it's a very specific type of niche of game, but I've been seeing this a lot. There's a lot of games that have been coming out. It's been an interesting genre to see, where it's been mostly like an idle style game, where you buy the game, and you buy the game to have like a fake life living within your PC. And if that doesn't say something about the world, then what does? Because in my mind, you're paying something to have this fake life that lives within the game that's better than your life. And it's like, do you really want that? And it's like, how come you don't do it in real life? It's because it's easier within the game. Do you own the tree planted, and will you be called a lord to that plot? That's true. Do you own it? That's true. Actually, wait, that is true. It's like, if I plant the tree, and then it grows on the plot, yeah, like you own the tree because you've made the tree, and therefore you own the land that its roots dig into. But then, be careful, because if a tree grows into a septic tank, that's on you to fix, right? I don't know about that one. This game's song soundtrack is interesting. It sounds like an Imogen Heap type, like style song. It's got like an Imogen Heap type beat. What the fuck? Virtual co-working together? Sorry, just give me a second. Tiny Aquarium. What the hell is this? Virtual co-working with friends or straight. This is not from the Next Fest. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not not spreadsheets, no. Your avatar sit at the bottom of your screen while you get stuff done. So, characteristics of living things, okay? This is like, you know, the biology class. And then you have timers and productivity tools. Holy shit, it comes with a journal? Well, it's kind of sick though. I don't know. It's kind of sick. I don't know how to say this. There's like an obsession with note apps that I've seen people have where they think that buying the tool is going to make them more effective. Not to say that, you know, it doesn't really help. Not to say that it doesn't help. It does help. But there's an obsession with the amounts of them that exist because people constantly try to get like a new one, and I don't really know why they do it. But if you're going to get one, you might as well get a note app that's also a game that like this. Because this comes with a note app that you can open and see your notes, but you can also go hang out in your friend's lighthouse as you both work on things like how to goon more effectively. Pen and paper still works too. Yeah, that's the thing about like exactly it. That's exactly it. It's like, what's the point of these note apps when pen and paper still works? And effectively, all of them work very much the same way. Like, the only ones that I've seen work differently to the point where they're kind of useful in, like, a very different context is Obsidian. So, like, that sort of, like, knowledge graph style. And org mode, where I'm like, I feel like org mode has a very specific use case that I think works very well for it. Like, I use org mode because it fits my style. And I can customize it. But that's about it. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. How are you? Welcome to the Steam Next Fest. But, again, if you're gonna buy something like OneNote or GoodNotes, don't buy that. Buy this. I think you should get this. Chat, I'm gonna save this for a second. I'm gonna save this off the side. That's we might do that for next stream.
Hi, I'm John, and I'm the creator of social fish keeping game Tiny Aquarium. I want to take some time to tell you about my game so you can decide whether or not it's for you.
Social
Tiny
fish
Aquarium
keeping. This is
starts
also
off
not
very
on the Steam
simple.
Next Fest.
Just a tank and an egg.
No, you have to plant eggs. I don't know if I want to plant
And your
eggs.
fish continue
But like fish eggs is so hard to take care of because you have to like come inside the tank to
to
get it to
grow
grow.
in Alaska, even while you're offline. So be sure to check in regularly and keep everybody fed.
So,
In Tiny mode, the tank sits on your desktop.
okay, how's this a social
Hello,
game?
fishies.
Me in the middle of the night. R/aquariums. Internet culture. Viral. They're German.
The next question.
No, that's wrong. Sorry, I don't know why I said that like that. I'm just saying that like having known Agane and like him explaining various German memes, like I can recognize it now.
Well, that's exactly what it sounds like. Tiny Aquarium allows you to connect with your friends, visiting beautiful fish tanks.
Oh shit! You can see other people's
and
tanks.
trading fish on the online market.
You can trade
even
fish.
Take part in fishing events together.
Oh!
Overall, Tiny Aquarium is a relaxed experience that allows.
Holy shit! Sorry, too much responsibility. Yeah, but it comes with a fishing thing, and it's got like extra cool stuff. Like you get to go and like see other people's tanks. Hi, John. All will arise. The river is a god. What? And they killed her. Oh, like the river Styx. It's time for people to hold them to account. Manage your team mixed with eco-terrorist and godmen. I love eco-terrorism because eco-terrorism doesn't really exist. Eco-terrorism is a term applied by big carbon industries in order to villainize people who just want to have land to live in, people who just want an environment that doesn't suck. They call them eco-terrorists because they do things like glue their hands to like an art museum or something, or they call them an eco-terrorist because they because they take a fur jacket and they like pour oil on it. It's like, yeah, sure, it's a bit wasteful for the fur jacket, the animal's already dead, sure, but that's not terrorist behavior. Terrorist behavior, okay, is when somebody goes and like, I don't know, like does some really bad shit. You know what I mean? Like there's like real bad behavior out there. Eco-terrorism is not a thing. It's a tool of control told by big carbon to make it seem like me wanting trees is a bad thing. Don't believe the lies. Don't believe the lies.
The river is a god, and they killed her. It's time
Oh,
for
they killed
ordinary
her.
people to hold them to
They
account.
murdered the river. They murdered the river. Let's make them pay. Okay, in the context of the gods, I actually think that this is a very interesting way to tell the story, because that idea of these ancient gods sort of taking these forms in our world is a very old concept that is prevalent in basically every single culture. It's like you have the Greek gods, and it's like you have the river Styx and stuff like that. You have Asian gods, like you have this idea. Let's say in Japan, where like everything has a spirit within it, right? Taking that concept and using it as the backdrop in the context of your game, talking about ecological disasters and talking about sort of like the responsibility of who's responsible for turning my river red, right? Let's say. Or like turning like, I don't know, like my trees into coal. By the way, it's crazy that I would turn trees into coal when they already burn, but I digress. It's like it makes sense from a story perspective, because it's like, okay, well, that's a lot of effort to do when you could just burn the tree. I want to be an eco-terrorist.
This is All Will Rise, a narrative courtroom deck builder
Oh,
where instead
fuck.
of swords and spells, you play on people's emotions, instincts, and
What bullshit? Denies? Okay.
intellect.
Trauma dump. You know what? The concept of like a narrative card game sounded really cool, but I don't know how to say this. I always feel like this happens, right? Whenever I hear a game that sounds like that, I always think to myself, I really hope that the game is more like The Root Trees Are Dead. But usually it ends up being like this, where the game is sort of like, okay, well, it's like a Slay the Spire card, but the stats are named differently and the card is named differently. Like if you took this card and you changed the name of the card to Lifesteal, and then you changed the stat from the heart to the health bar, it would be the exact same card. You know what I mean? It's not really a narrative game. It's just a card game. It's just, there's not really such a thing as a narrative card game within this game's context. What's funny is that The Root Trees Are Dead felt like a narrative card game, because you're actually dealing with these cards of these people, and you had to read the story and understand and sort of like make these mental connections in your mind. I use that game as an example a lot because it's really weirdly niche within its genre. Like it's strange how niche that genre is. But before I played that game, I already knew that these games were not narrative games. But I didn't have an example to point to that we would all know. But now that I know that game, I can point to that game as an example of like an actual narrative game, and I don't think this is it. Like it just doesn't. I don't know. It sounded promising until it was a card game. That too is like a lot of card games really aren't that fun. Like it's hard to make a good card game, right? It's hard to make a Balatro, and it's hard to make a Slay the Spire, because it's like, fundamentally, turn-based games are just about you sitting there and thinking about things. And unless there's a fun way to think about things, it gets boring. Even in Slay the Spire, it's like I just kind of stop thinking at some point. It becomes routine.
Become Kuili and manage her team in a city of goblin
Anyways, yeah, I
eco-terrorists,
just sort of
conspiracy theorists.
look at this and then go like, because like look at the stat, debunked, +1 to all stats. It's just sort of like, is it really a narrative game? I don't really know. It is a card game though, so it's like if you enjoy a card game, I can see it working. And the thing about games is that it's not just the way that it presents itself through mechanics, it's also how you take it too. Like a gacha game is a Guna gacha game, right? But you can read the story and you can enjoy the story. You can do that just as much as you would want to actually goon to it. But it's one of those things where it's like you could do that for any game, and it's not really a part of the core game flow. You could play this game like a card game and ignore all of that. So I don't really count it, even though it is there. It's still possible. I'm just saying that, like, the narrative doesn't really matter.
Don't let your team burn out. Card battles are conversations. Play your cards to charm.
I'm gonna, yeah, sorry, not for me. But I see the concept. I see the concept, and again, the backdrop of the story really does seem to work well. I just sort of think to myself, like, is that do you really want like a narrative game that isn't really a narrative game? And like, is it really a narrative game? I don't really think so. It's really a card game that's telling a story. It's a card game that has a story to it, unlike Slay the Spire and Balatro, where Slay the Spire, the story is more of a backdrop to the game to just justify that it's a card game, and Balatro literally is just like, okay, he's a clown. Okay, go have fun. Bye. You know what I mean? That game has a story, but it's not a card game being told. It's not a story being told through the cards. You're just playing the card game, and then it tells a story on top of that. What's this? The outside is being read by a massive, mysterious downpour of glass. That sounds insane. What? Is it a visual novel? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait, this a world where glass just falls on you is crazy. You have to like stay away from it, and it's called defragmenting. What exactly? Why is it called this? This game, I wonder if this game is a bit like those. It's like those point and click games where it's like, oh, like The Room, and you get to like exit the room and find what to do. But see, this is what I mean by, like, if it's a narrative game and you have a mechanic that plays with the narrative, then I think it's interesting. Or like this and that other game, which we still need to play. Sorry, it's been on my list for a while. It's the game where the world is turned to acid and you need to send people back and forth into the past and into the future. Like, I would prefer to engage more directly with it like this if it's a narrative game. At least something to engage with the narrative directly is a bit more interesting than a card game. Not to say that I want to compare it. But even just the concept alone, I'm sorry to say it, but this is going on my list. Because a world that rains glass is insane. Holy shit! I listen. All I needed to see was that. What the fuck is this? Datum the dice, plan, roll, and outsmart your enemies in strength-based tactical puzzler. What the hell do you mean? What? Show a higher number to defeat foes. Wait, this is just a dice game where you have to roll to get a higher number, but you need to move in the right way. That's sick. You have to think ahead. You have to take your time. It's a puzzle action combat game. It's a puzzle action combat game where you need to move the correct. Holy shit! It's like those. What's that genre of puzzle? It's not Sokoban. It's not Sokoban. Is it Sokoban? Maybe it is Sokoban. But it's like that genre of puzzle where you have the cube. You can only move it a certain way. But because it's a dice, you also have to care about the number to try to beat these things. Oh, that's sick. You can even buff yourself, increase your dice or lower your dice. And then there's different like other side mechanics. This is sick. Wow, it's even like a perspective game. Actually, it's actually kind of cool to think about this, but I'm surprised that this wasn't made before, because like seeing it makes the concept seem so obvious. But I guess it's one of those things where it's like, just because the concept is obvious doesn't mean that it'll happen. Also, sorry, there's like so many demos, and we're right at 1 hour. We do have to move on to the zoo game. We'll continue perusing this list next time, okay, chat? Sorry. I was hoping to peruse more, but we got really stuck on the sister game. But we are going to play the sister game today. What the hell is this? Teeth of it. Collection of short horror experiences meant to give you horror, curiosity, dread, and more. I'm gonna shit my pants. I really don't like this. I'm gonna shit my pants. I don't like the noises. Chat, I really don't like... Chat, I really don't like the noises. It's freaking me out. What the fuck is this trailer? Wait, did he just shit himself? Wait, sorry, just go back. That's what my asshole sounds like if I have like a very particularly strong diarrhea. Boo, we have to go to the zoo game. Boo. The zoo game is good, but we'll check out more after. Actually, we'll go down like a couple more board games, okay? Well, actually, yeah, okay, we'll do it for another hour, and then we'll do the zoo game in like an hour. Because I do want to check out more of them, especially if they have more shit noises like this. It's kind of funny. Boo, as in boo. Oh, as in like scared. Oh, I see what you mean. Blossom Dev. What is this? Blossom. Flying in the fantasy while shooting and avoiding the magnificent magic casted by fairies. Also, sorry, that last one had 2 trailers. So this feels like one of those like collections of horror games. Oh my god, A Sea of Blood. I wonder what is this trailer? Oh, I don't want to. Oh no, no, don't do it. No, please don't. No, please. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? This feels like someone's like snuff found footage. Philip Hubbard. Philip, what the fuck have you made? How did you help with the development? Play as a private investigator looking for a lost father of a newly constructed church. So it's just 3 horror games, but why does it have to show the teeth? It's so disgusting. What is this? Is this the game? Wait, chat, isn't that a Tuhu character? Is that not a Tuhu character sitting on the thing? This is the game. Chad, this is the game. See, you have buttons at the bottom thing. Is that the sister? This is the sister in her prime. Zoom in. You are gonna confirm if Tuhu. Okay, we're zooming in. Okay, zooming in videos. I forgot it doesn't really work. Is it Tuhu? I mean, let's see if this one is more zoomed in. What is this? This is kind of like Tuhu coded. I don't know. But yeah, this is the sister in her prime. This is when she has ultimate power. This is the sister if she had actual... If she wasn't sick. AI game! It kind of does look like an AI generated game. Kinda does feel like a game that an AI took and just spat out somewhere. Bullet hell, but something feels wrong. Yeah! Like, why is it so ominous, too? That's like, the grass? Like, look at the grass. The grass shader is genuinely really, really nice looking. But then it's also like, why is it so empty and lifeless? Like, I feel afraid, sorry. That's another game that I have to show you all. Because there's a couple of games that I found that were a part of the next fest, but also not a part of it. This does feel terrifying. So what is this? We'll follow the light. Dive into a realistic single-player first-person journey to the harsh northern latitudes as you sail endless waters. Is it in VR? If no, then I don't want... then I'm sorry. Sailing games are only good within VR. Yuyuko is the best girl for you. I don't know who is... Are you Yuko? She's a ghost. I'm sorry to say it, she's already dead. Wait, this looks exactly like that level in the VR kayaking game. Oh shit. That does look really nice though. Become a playtester. Will follow the light. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it's not in VR, I kind of don't want to play it. Let's see the gameplay, like an actual real gameplay instead of like a 2-minute trailer that says nothing. An error occurred while playing the video. Fuck! It has something though. Reminds me a bit of like I mean, there's a lot of these first-person atmospheric games, and it's actually, oh shit, you can see the DLSS going crazy here. By the way, look at the DLSS. It is struggling. It's struggling to make sense of this, to like generate something nice. Or maybe it's video encoding, actually. It might just be the video encoding. But the video encoding in other parts has looked good. So I don't know. Especially in the noisy scenes, it's like looked fine. So, and the water in a different scene looked good too. So I don't know if it's a video. Yeah, see, like the water here doesn't look as crazy. But this does feel like one of those atmospheric games where you're kind of going first person trying to explore something. And there's nothing bad about those. I actually do enjoy those games a lot. But I'm curious to know what is it beyond that? And maybe it is just that and there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, yeah, maybe actually this actually does look really good. Okay, chat, you've actually convinced me. This game actually does look really good. I like how it's sort of this idea of you're trying to explore a world, but you're on that boat and you have to figure out how to take care of the boat. Sorry, there's another anime waifu game, Paranosia Museum. This one sounds so familiar, but maybe it's just the like term. Supreme Heroes. What does that mean, chat? So I also there's a thing about Steam that I find funny is that I wonder if they fixed it. Last Steam Next Fest, the list was just like the top played. And it felt very samey to go down the list. I hope that they fixed the list so it's more of like a random selection or like a random seed of things. Because this seems like a random seed of different games. It's a racing game, I'm sorry, but it's not for me. Cozy Medieval Sim. Oh my god, it's a cozy game. Chat, it's a cozy game and there's a... Oh my god. It's like all the others. The game plays at the bottom of your screen. I've actually played so many of these now. Shit, I didn't mean to click over there. I've played so many of these now. And honestly, it's hard to say if I'm playing them. But it's just a game that you have running. It's designed to do nothing. Sorry, it's a game designed to do very little to allow you to do the thing that you have to do. And it's just like that one farming game. Not spreadsheets again. It's all spreadsheets all the way down. Again, it's not to say that these are bad games. I'm just sort of surprised that so many of them have come out about these different things. And so many of them have the same theme of like doing this. When I don't know how to say this. If it was like a desktop wallpaper engine style game, I think it would be amazing. Like if it was a wallpaper engine style game where you could build like a custom wallpaper while you're doing this stuff, it would be way better, I think. But as it is, it's just kind of there. And this is the thing that I hate about it, is that it blocks most of your screen. So you're in a meeting, but most of your screen is blocked by the game, because it has to be to make it work. So what do? You can't even like work on the thing. You know what I mean? You can't. Holy shit! Why did they use this image? Do you know what this image is? This image is a painting of people being scalped in the medieval times. Like they're being scalped. These are their like the tops of their heads being scalped open to like get their brains. That's a crazy image. See, this is exactly it. It's like, okay, cool. Like, it's cool that it's there, but I can't use most of my screen. And this is the thing about it, is that your monitor is mostly horizontal. And so it's like, I don't really know how useful these are. On top of that, it's like, it feels like, okay, like it's there, but it only runs while it's there. And it's interesting to look at, but it's like, you still have to do things. But it's like, if I'm gonna do this to customize my desktop or to have something there to keep me entertained, I'd rather just have like a cool looking desktop, or even just like I'd rather just have like a real life desk. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you worry about it, someone having access to the proprietary work that you're working on while the game is running. That is true. I do worry about that a lot because, like, especially with like the there's a lot of games that I play that I sort of go like, okay, what is this game really, and why does it have this thing going on? And there's a lot of things that I install that, you know, make me kind of worry about what's going on, but I think it's too late to care about that, and whatever that you were working on is already in their servers, and so you might as well just live with the fact that you've accidentally committed a crime. Interdimensional Lily? It's a point-and-click adventure game with exploration and funny dialogues. This feels like a Flash game. What is this? They made a lot of these. Rooftop Pulse Girl Annie School Trip. What? A vast set of characters Lily will... I need to sneeze. I'm sorry. That was the funniest trailer I've ever seen in my entire life. That's the funniest intro I've ever seen. Like, it's you have that musical sting that appears with like a low bitrate PNG of the character. Holy shit, that's funny. That is unintentionally one of the funniest things that I've ever seen. And look at the text, like the way that the text grows, it doesn't have a smooth algorithm, so it grows all fucking weird. And it's in relation to the previous text. This doesn't relate at all. Like seeing this character in relation to the previous text, it just doesn't. Like, this is the multiverse. It's just a girl, and then it goes back to silence. What is this? It gets better. We have to watch it from the beginning. It actually, it's actually just the same bit over and over. It just gets better. Wow, that's not my mouse. By the way, that's not my mouse. That's the game developer's mouse. So, meat, give me meat. What the hell is this? See Hermes? See... Okay, so it's a point-and-click adventure game. This feels like somebody's Flash game that they're selling on Steam. Not that that's wrong, but it is interesting to sort of see this pop up. Yeah, exactly. It's like elementary school Flash games to like learn stuff. Yeah, it's interesting to sort of see these games because there's more of them being ported over, which I think is good because it's like a way to preserve the games to play it offline. But it is interesting to sort of see that because again, it's weird how Flash games, right? Because Flash games, the monetization for Flash games was entirely out of the developer's own pocket. And really, most of your money was made from online ads, which have slowly become less and less valuable. So it's sort of hard to make that work. But it's like, it's interesting how that model was able to work for so long, despite the fact that it's not really worth a lot of money, right? Although I have seen that a lot of Flash people do eventually move to 18 plus stuff. Like you have like Derpixian who starts on Newgrounds and then says, you know what, I'm gonna do 18 plus stuff, and then now they make bank. So maybe it's a combination of like ads plus 18 plus stuff is the way to go down. Ultimate Control Machine, a platformer like no other. Sorry, a platformer? I'd rather kill myself. Like platformers are so boring. Master your mouse, your keyboard, and your reflexes. The ultimate test to be on the world's greatest robot pilot. Seems awful. Wait a minute. No, wait. I get this. I know exactly what this is. This is a shitpost game. This is a game and I've had this thought, and I need to show you this, okay? Sorry. Reddit dark pattern volume controls. Reddit bad volume controls. Trying to find the thing. Trying to find the original thread, but everything that I'm seeing is like a stupid fucking engagement bait bullshit from fuckheads. Engagement bait bullshit from fuckheads who care about the amount of views that they get instead of giving me the fucking answer. Fuck you, Fabricio. Fuck you. You engagement baiter fuck. Fabricio, you fuckhead. Give me the goddamn link, you fuckface. Oh, here we go. Fuck! I can't. I hate this so much. I hate everything being in the engagement bait. It's like this. And by the way, this person writes fucking nothing. These people have done this on their own, and these fuckheads come in to say, hey, I'm gonna write this thing to make it sound like I'm doing something, but they don't do fuck all. Engagement bait fuckheads. But basically, the game, oh my god, look, they write a bunch of bullshit about all of this. The game that we're seeing is this as a concept taken to the idea of all controls within the game. So you roll for your volume, based on your volume, based on your latitude. Please make a noise as loud. Okay, this one actually is genius, though. I think that this is genius because I don't know how to say this. It's hard to tell how loud you want something to be. But if you can get a general noise level and you say set everything to this maximum, like if I had a limiter that I could set based on somebody else's desirability, because everybody has a different preference for how loud they want it to be. If you could have a limiter that you could set to your preference by just yelling, I think that'd be genius. Because then you just go like, Because I would go, because the loudest I can handle is is like that, right? But the loudest that you may handle is like you know what I mean? So it's like a very different volume, and so it's like, okay, well, I would like, I don't mind if it goes like but you might go like is your max, and then you can have your own thing. But anyways, this game is basically that, and I get it, and it's actually a 10 out of 10 concept. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a 10 out of 10 concept. It's awful. I wouldn't want to play it because it's a platformer. It's boring. But I can see it being an interesting experiment to like force you to live your life in a terrible way. But there's another game here that is interesting that also released a demo, I think, at some point. Was it Super Meat Boy 3D? This one. Was it for this Next Fest, or was it a while ago? I can't recall. But I remember looking at this game and going like, this is shit. Not to say that the game is like awful, but I always think to myself like, you know what's crazy to think about is that Elden Ring is a platformer. And not to say that like a platformer has to do more, but it's rare to get a platformer that's actually fun. Like, it's sort of hard to explain, or like that does something interesting and new. This one is just Meat Boy, but in 3D, so you're just sliding around. And but also like the mechanic of you sliding around and jumping off walls has been done so many times now that I sort of wonder what's the point of doing this, because it's like you could just play Prince of Persia or Sands of Time. You know what I mean? In the sense of like, you know, not to say that it doesn't have to exist, like it can be its own game. But for me, it's sort of like, I don't know if I want to play that again. Like, it's hard to explain, but it's like, once you've played one, you've played all of them. And so it's like, every platformer kind of feels like this. Because every single thing that the platformer does, most of them do the bare minimum of like what a platformer is. Like, that other platformer seemed really cool, but most of the fun was in playing with the controls. And if I don't want to play a frustrating game, I'm not going to play that game, because the rest of the game is just a platformer, and I don't really care about it. So it's like, what do you do? Like, I don't know, it just doesn't really seem that fun for me. And then on top of that, it's like, it's not like platformers as a whole is a dead genre. Because Celeste does the same thing, but very, very fun and very, very well. There's like a tight loop to it, right? With a very, very cute story too, about somebody, you know, coming out and feeling good about sort of like the way that they are as a person. Like, I feel like that's an amazing story. And then you have other games like Super Mario Odyssey, which takes the same plain sort of 3D style of platforming that you have in other Mario games, but adds different abilities to it with the hat, and allows you to control different things, and even adds different moves that you can do platform-wise with the hat to get to different places. There's also platformers that I see that play around with the level designs to make them more interesting as well. And it's like, I feel like those are amazing. But stuff like this, I'm like, what's the point? You know what I mean? It's just the same as every other platformer. Or like, there's a really good platformer called N, which I thought was really good. N, I think, is a great platformer. I just need to figure out, is it called N? I think it is called N. It's like N and an N++, and it's basically this game, but like, you know, it's like good. So it's like, I don't know why I'd want to play a platformer. It's just hard for me to. This is the sister game. Sorry, this is not a sister game. Want to Sleep All Day, but is a Chinese. Want to Sleep All Day, but okay. So the game is called Want to Sleep All Day, but. That's the name of the game, is Want to Sleep All Day, but it's a Chinese college life sim where every choice matters. Study, work, make friends, or slack off. Build your stats, explore branching paths to shape your own ending. We thrive, drift, or burn out. Your future starts now. Is that an AI Chinese voice? What the fuck? That is an AI Chinese voice. It's hard to explain if you don't know the language, but it's like, you can hear it. It's like very, very off. It's not even the doubling. Like, the doubling effect is like one thing, but it's just the way that it's saying things sounds very strict. I don't know. It's hard to say. Or maybe it's not. There's like pieces of it that actually sound fine. One day there'll be AI games being played by AI users. And like that's the criticism. Is like, we make all this AI stuff and we make it so that normal people can't buy our PC, and then it's like, I'm sorry to say it, who's gonna use your AI bullshit? If normal people can't even like do stuff within the space with the things that you're taking away from them, who's gonna use your stuff? Same thing with like all the rich people. Like, I'm like, what's the point of all of it if no one's gonna buy your stuff? I know a lot of people who have like basically taken themselves, who have who have stepped away from the economic system and have just basically gone into like surviving with their own things and growing their own things because it's cheaper. It's just like this. It's literally not worth it to buy things now.
轻松的大学生活。
Not to say that it's ever been worth it, but like there was at least a value proposition. Now it's like so it's like the same thing with the AI stuff. It's like, okay, like you've made all this AI stuff that's like, okay, sure, but like but normal people can't even buy a PC for cheap anymore. So who's really gonna play this stuff? I don't know.
到处摸鱼。买买
Yeah, this is a college life sim. This feels like a Flash game. Not to say that that's a bad thing. I think Flash games have some things that are good about them, but it is interesting to sort of see these characters be who they are, and then it's sort of, you know, like the whole game is like playing that Flash game of like stick RPG where you go and then you have sex at the end. Like, I'm not even kidding you. There's like an entire game genre that's basically that. What is this character? And why does she stand like that? Again, I need to tell you, this is also a sex pose. I've only ever seen models and people having sex pose like this. Because when you want to get pounded from behind, but you don't want to lay all the way down, like you're against the wall, this is the pose that you get. Hey, you go in, and it's a great pose for that, but it's also like it's the kind of shit that you only see. It's AI images or Asus. I see you're still on the Asus thing, or Asus cancels your order when trying to buy our PC. You're still salty. I can tell that you're still salty. I mean, to be fair though, I would be pissed off too, because it's like, I'm trying to give you money here. I've ordered the damn thing. Just give me the damn thing. Anyways, this is an AI game. So this is an AI game where you have it's an idle card game, slave card. Okay, you have your hot, sexy AI waifu bend over on the wall as you like come in your AI pussy or something. I don't know, but like that's basically what this game is. What is this? Oh my god, it's a real game. It's a strategic god game where you wield divine powers to convert followers. Holy shit. Is this like black and white, or is this like Civilization? I really hope this is closer to black and white. It sounds like this, but let's see what it is. Sorry, that was an amazing intro. This is a weird trailer because it just shows a Moai statue. It just shows the equivalent of a Moai statue, and the music starts, and there's nothing about this that's like, you know, like what relation does it have to you or your studio? Moai. Yeah, exactly, Moai. You got an email from them saying a fraud detected it because you tried sometimes to order, because the first order was canceled, and the second you told me to try again when you talked to you. Yes, I love when automated systems. Like, that's the thing about every automated system. It's a rant about automated systems now. Whenever I see an automated system get rolled out, I always ask this question, and I always ask them, what is the manual pathway to resolution? Like is there a way that a human can go into the loop and actually break the automatic system? Because sometimes you need to, and almost always the answer is no. And you get problems like that where it's like, oh, there's fraud. It's like not fraud. Like you literally told me to like do it again, because that's the only way to place the order again. And what do? Now you can't even order, and it doesn't make any sense. If a human in the loop customer service can't get into that cycle to do the thing that the customer is asking them to do, then what's the point of your customer service team? One, is it just to handle complaints? Open an email form, it's easier. You know what I mean? Two, there's sort of like a diminishing value of like, you could have had a customer with a little bit more effort, but you choose not to, because, you know, if you choose not to have that customer, then it's like you're basically saying you want the lowest of the low of like the customer, the one that just walks in, buys things easily, and then walks out, right? But with a little bit more effort, you can still extract value from someone. As like a business thing, I always find it to be such a poor choice. On top of the fact that you're paying exorbitant fees for these automated systems that don't really work, it's like, what's the point? I don't know. There's no resolution. You had a friend order for you with their business card. Okay, now Asus knows that your friend is now they're the one committing fraud. But again, it's crazy that's I have to do that a lot. Where like a card that we have doesn't work, and so it's like, okay, I have to like borrow someone's business card to do it, and I just give them the equivalent exchange. Like it's their accounting stuff, and they get the stuff back, and you know they don't really it's annoying for them, but I'm a part of their business, so it's kind of fine for us to do. So it's like it's totally fine for me to like do it, but even though it's annoying, it's also easier because for some reason it seems like their verification for a business card is both looser and better than like a normal client card. So it's strange how that works. They own the business, so it was cool. Okay, good. But though it would be funny. It would be funny if it's like, hey, yeah, sure, I work at Google. Just like use my Google card. It's Civilization. No, I don't know. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, Civilization, but with magic. Be good or evil, be chaotic or orderly. You know what? I do like that idea of an RTS game. Because it is kind of a weird segment of a game, but I think it works very well. But this game reminds me sort of why I also enjoyed Black and White 2 and Black and White 1 very, very well. And I actually think that this game still could use like a giant living cow. For those of you who don't know Black and White 2, it's this game. Black and White 2 Slap Cow. You choose a pet. You teach the pet how to do things. It gains divine powers, and you have to teach the pet to like learn certain things. You have to give him like a good boy, or you slap him like this, or you just slap the shit out of him. This game is an amazing game because not only do you have this godlike creature that gains powers and actually changes the way that it changes its actions based on how you treat it, so it gains like more evil actions or like more good actions depending on what you do. It's also the only RTS game that I can think of that had the mechanic of you being able to change the map. So the Demiurgos game that we just saw, that's a really interesting game because you get to change the map, kind of like Black and White. However, I will say, it is missing the pet, and so it's not for me. I'm just not an RTS guy. But of the RTS style games, of the strategy games, it's crazy how that as a concept has not taken off. Because that's an extra layer of strategy that could genuinely be very fun. Because, not to say that like StarCraft and stuff isn't fun, but imagine making a moat to deal with ground units. And then you have to get the air units to move, and then you try to rush to air, and then all of a sudden, the whole game flow has changed, right? Like that's an interesting thing to think about. Reap and repay. Reap and collect the crops to repay the debts of villages in this short, non-idle incremental game. Sorry, start. Oh my god. Chat, it's Vampire Survivor farming game. Holy shit, it's a Vampire Survivors farming game. Wait, it's a mobile game. I know these games. My wife plays these games constantly. It's actually very funny to see her play these games. She's like very cute. She's currently on the trend of North Korean videos. So I need to explain. She got really into this genre of North Korean videos where she watches like North Koreans move to a place that's not North Korea, and then they talk about their life before and after. And it's very cute and funny. But it's also like Masteries of Albion is a new game that's like Black and White. Thank you. I'm gonna check this out. But also, like, she also gets into these mobile games, and these mobile games all play and look the same too. Thank you for telling me about this. I've always looked for I've always wanted to find a new game where I could slap my pet. Even you think the devs from Black and White made it too? Oh yes. Oh, you can see the hand.
This town's production line, eh? There's a fair few.
Where's my pet? Where's my pet? This is the thing about Black and White that I also really enjoyed, that I thought strategy games should have more of. It allowed you to go in and see these stories and play these little quest lines. Like, it was interesting. It didn't just use your perspective as a way to control the RTS element. It also used your perspective and placed you, the player, within the idea of a god. And so you could zoom in to talk to this NPC to do their quest. Like, it was such an interesting concept as a whole that I had never really seen a game do ever again. It's sort of odd. But there's a couple of RTSs that get close to it, where they kind of use the idea of like a quest-based RTS. There's actually one that I've been meaning to play for a while now. I just need to find it in my list of games. We're going to go through like a whole series of games very, very soon. But like, yeah, it's just a rare thing that I can only ever find 2 games with that.
A
So I'm
sword
assuming.
hand.
Okay, wait a minute. This is sick.
Remember, you only need to design a weak weapon here.
Oh my
Constant time
God.
to make should be on your mind.
Wait, that's actually kind of cool. You also do things
That's a worthy weapon. Come on, let's get on
like
with it.
creating different characters.
Go on
What
then,
what is
big
this?
hand.
I guess it's
Get
like a
to
side
work.
quest. Because again, these are random side quests that you can probably do. But also like, see, like it's just the
Use that
idea
new
of
mind yours.
yeah, you can like assign people to things. Yeah, here we go. I don't like the way that the hand was wobbling. Makes me feel unnerved. Not that I don't like it as a concept, as like a like it looks good. I'm saying that it makes me feel unnerved. So what's this person gonna do? Are they gonna go inside the mine and fight the monster?
Get suited up.
Steam's video player is so fucking ass at times. Sorry. I know it's hard to beat YouTube at the game of having smooth video, but I don't know why you can't seek smoothly on the Steam one. It just lags, it just dies constantly.
Nicely done. You can get out any of your heroes in the armory.
See, just being able to like, I mean, this is way more involved than Black and White. I think Black and White was very simple. It was mostly from the RTS perspective, and you would do RTS style things to solve those problems. Whereas this one, you actually delve deeper into the into the specific individual actions and customizations. But this is cool. I actually like this. You don't know too much about it. No. It's okay. I'm not blaming you or anything. I'm just saying that like this is an interesting way to take it because I really like the way that it looks like.
Use that big hand if
And now wait a minute. So you actually get to go down to be the person? Oh my god! You can take over their brain.
right. Time for some caving. Don't take too long down there. Sun'll be down soon.
This is an interesting concept. You know what? I kind of like that more. You know, because the one thing about the godly creature is that sure, it's cool, but it's like a godly creature. It's autonomous, but you can't really do much with it. But this is a concept that's kind of weird. It's an RTS where the entire game, the entire strategical framework of the game is designed around building your people that you eventually control to do stuff. To play in this other subgame. Oh, okay, the blood does look like a stock UE5 like assets or something. I don't know, it just looks weird. This is a very early look, but it does look strange. But I actually think that this is a very interesting and cool concept. It basically it changes the idea of control from not just the creature and not just your people as an RTS game, but to everything as you have the ability
Better get some defenses prepared.
to take them over and sort of like use them directly. That's cool. And you get building customization, you have like item customization, you can do the same assigning job things. And then I'm assuming, yep, you can change the time and maybe you can even change the environment still.
This'll be easy.
Oh my god, the cultists are leaving the cave. Oh. See? So not you can control them or you can just do it yourself.
Shreds. Take that zombie down.
Oh my god. You know, this actually, I actually think that this works as a concept. This is actually pretty cool. I will say that trailer was very, I mean, it is a slice of the game, but it actually does work well. I kind of prefer it without the godly creature. I kind of prefer it as like, you just choose one of your villagers to go. You choose one of your villagers and you just figure out what solutions that you want for it. Thank you for showing me that. That's a cool game. What is this? Animals. What is this? You're a cat running your own hot dog shop. Use realistic fluid physics. Oh god. No, someone stole my Glizzy Gladiator. No, someone stole my Glizzy Gladiator game idea. Fuck. They stole my Glizzy Gladiator. They LOC. They incorporated it and they call themselves Saucer Games. Each food is a puzzle. Manage your shop. Unlock upgrades. Save the furry rests of pause to make sure not to lose your balance. Ooh. Oh yeah, just cover that shit's. Oh, just cover their face. Yeah, just cover their face. You at the end of your date? You at the end of your date? Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted from this game. Missed opportunity to make it mayo. That's what I'm saying. And look, they have mayo right there. They have mayo right there. Everyone loves a good mayo spray on the face. Everyone loves that. The fluid physics are freaking me out though. It does look weirdly uncanny. It looks like rubber. I just love how you can just spray them. You just cover everybody in your mayo. Oh man. Oh yeah, just glaze that shit. Oh yeah, let me glaze you in my mayo. Ooh, that's ugh. Okay. I didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting that. I don't know, it was sort of interesting. And I know they say it's a puzzle game, and I guess the puzzle is how do you fit as much of the sauce on as you can. So, but you're really playing the physics game of like keep the liquid on the physicality. You see that? You see that mayo? That's some good mayo. Incronite, an incremental game about slaying a dungeon. There's a lot of these incremental games. There's a couple that I think are a lot better than others. But I have said this before. I really want, and I don't know why, there's no game like this. And this is the best incremental game that I've ever seen. The Android version is probably a lot better, but this is probably fine. They have a new game. Holy shit, they have a new game. It's Clickpocalypse 2, but they have a new game called Mining Crew. I've never seen Mining Crew. I didn't know that they're even still making games. I didn't even know they're still making games. Mining Crew. The hell is this? Okay. It's an idle Minecraft. Oh my god. But you see what I mean? Like, there's a ton of these games. And Min-Max here, I think, has some of the more interesting concepts for a lot of them. Because, like, there's something weird about this. You just get to watch this character mine, and you get to get them upgrades. Like, you get to get them mine faster, and like, different multiplier. But the best one of their series is Clickpocalypse. And do you know why? You build your party, and you name them. So I go... I go based on the first name that I see. Duragon Kun, you're the fighter. Mint, you're the priest. Next name, Lord Hentai. Lord Hentai, you're the pyromancer. And then Tavadi, you're the rogue. Like, I don't know why there isn't a game like this. I want to see a party go around and fight things in like an idle game. I just want to leave this on and see like their results. I want to manage a party of people fighting for their lives. And it's crazy because Clickpocalypse 2 is the only game that's out there that's kind of like this. This is a game for ants. Can we zoom in? It is a game for ants. It's a very old game actually. It's actually meant to be played on mobile because the mobile version has more things like sound sound effects. But see, like look at Impossible Dungeon, where you have like the same thing. It's just an idle game that you play. It's an idle game, and you just build your character. You build this party out, and they do things. But yeah, Clickpocalypse 2. Get this for your phone. It's a great game. I used to run this when I was going to work. But yeah, see, this is the party. And I wish we had more games like this. I don't know. Just the idea of having an RPG game where you build your party up and you watch what they do. The concept is usually taken very simply like this, where it's just the one character, and it's like and you slowly, incrementally make them stronger. And this one is like you controlling them, but it's like, not to say that like controlling it isn't fun, but like whenever I see something like this, I always go like controlling it is fun, but I kind of want to play a game like this instead. You know what I mean? Because like the incremental nature being sort of an idle mechanic is sort of interesting, where it's like you slowly get more and more improvements over time. Also, by the way, you said Pyromancer is like a tank, right? Just for fire. You're actually tanking the dragon. The dragon chased you. You somehow taunted the dragon across the entire room, and you almost died for it. You actually almost died for it. You're almost dead. You actually did somehow tank. I don't know how. Installing on your phone right now. This was yeah, and there's a lot. Your playstyle truly transcends reality. It's actually impressive. And you're the only one who leveled up. And again, look, you can get things like skills and stuff. You can upgrade the game. There's even like things that you can spend on to get more things. You can get up to I think 8 party members, I think, or something. It's pretty nuts. And yeah, it's sort of odd how, you know, you get a lot of like those styles of games that are incremental, but none of them really go all the way and make like an interesting idle dungeon crawler. And I've always wanted to make one, but I've just been lazy. But yeah, that game looked interesting. I'm not really down to, I don't know. Whenever I think of an incremental game, I always think to myself, I'd rather play Diablo, and if I'm not playing Diablo, then I'd rather play this. You know what I mean? It's so hard to go into either end. Per no see your museum. Watch over the desk, Keith. Oh, is this the stupid thing where it's like, oh no, check the cameras, see if something's weird. Oh no, look at the cameras. There's like a monster. You have to exercise it. Oh no, look at the monitor museum. Yeah, see, it's like you have to look for the differences. Sometimes I'll see like a Markiplier video, you know, because I'm old and I don't know why. I just sort of like, it's weird how like that person has become like the thing that I just like check out every now and then just to see things, right? And sometimes he plays a game like this, and I sort of think to myself, why? What exactly is fun about looking in the room to look? But then I realize. And remember my story of how a long time ago my siblings brought me to a bar and they just told me to play on the machine to go play the Spot the Differences game. It's just a Spot the Difference game, but with horror. So it does make sense. I used to love Spot the Difference. Blackout Arena is a dark thriller survival adventure set in a mysterious jungle and ancient ruins. Okay, that's a lot of words. That's a lot of buzzwords. Is that this is AI Brad Pitt. This is Bray Pitt. This is Brad P-A-I-T. Brad Pitt. This is Brad Pitt. P-A-I-T-T. Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt with his pipe rifle. Brad Pitt with his AI rifle. Wait, this is not AI. There's no AI warning. I mean, the AI warning is like, you know, you can choose whether or not to say it's AI. But this is a real person. It's Drad. It's Drad Pitt. Yeah, it's just like it's like slightly rip off Brad Pitt. But it means that Chad, this isn't AI. Drad Pitt. That's a good one. Drad Pitt. It's Drad Pitt, and this is a real person, and that's a real model gun. So this game, what is it? Because I don't know what this even means. Dark thriller survival adventure. What the hell is this music? There's no way this is not AI. There's no way. Like, they're missing a disclaimer or something. There's no way this is not AI. They have to be missing a disclaimer. Unless they green screened a specific actor for everything, I just don't believe it. That has to be AI. The proportions all fucked up. Wait, the proportions of this thing is all fucked up. That has to be AI. This has to be AI. There's no way that they just found a person that looks suspiciously like a ripoff of Brad Pitt, and they filmed him doing all of this for a game. Because these are the shots that AI usually does. Wait, I think that was because you could kind of see his hand being weird there. Look, see that? His left hand is kind of weird. And the tire. Yeah, it is. It's too much water. It's like way too much water for what that ground is. What is this? Edge of survival. One grip between Edge of survival. One grip between life and death sounds like a parody Goonie game. It sounds like the slogan of a parody Goonie game where you're going into Goon and you've got one grip before you nut. And if you nut, like, you die. Only one grip. There's one grip. Only one grip. Holy shit. Gooner horror game. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just thought of an idea. I've just thought of something awful. Wait. I just thought of something awful. We have new rolls, everyone. We rolled 2 Ahigaus today. We rolled Edge. We actually rolled Edge. This is the perfect time to talk about this game. We rolled Edge. Okay. Gooner horror game. So this is gonna be a collab. I need a. Okay. Gooner horror game. Did someone say a Gooner term that you may or may not know? One grip between life and death. Collaboration game between my penis and Lovence. Okay? Game where the grip on the fleshlight gets tighter and tighter if you fail the in-game challenges. If you nut, you lose the game. You have to not nut. right? Gooner horror game, because it's like a life or death horror game. If you nut, then you lose, so you have to not nut. But the game is full of like really hard challenges, so it's like holy shit, like Idle RPG or something. I don't know. It's gonna be something like that, or like I don't know, puzzle game where you fail stuff and win and stuff. I don't know, something. It's close enough. You know what I mean? Something there. To make use of the edge of survival, one grip between life and death. Holy shit. What a phrase. Same AI slop. Yeah, AI. Okay, yeah, this is AI. The perspective is all fucked up. It's all AI. One wrong move and it's over. Fragile crossing. Fragile crossing, everyone. It's a fragile crossing. Oh god, the AI. Like, the AI is all weird. Deep silence. Every... Deep silence. I love to go deep into your silence. What is this? Lost signal. Something is waiting in the dark. What is this trailer? What the fuck is this? What is this? Who's that person behind me? Why does she have... Wait. Who is this person behind me? Was the light emanating from her titties? She's a flashlight. Sorry. The fuck is this music? Ancient echoes into chat. This is like a new level of slop that I've never seen before. This is like slop central. I was reading some things about how people want more moderation on Steam to decide what gets on the platform stuff, and I heavily push back on that because the idea of like, okay, Steam is now the only moderator for what goes on the platform means that you have to match what they believe is a game, not what you want as a game. However, when I see games like this, I do sort of wonder to myself, maybe we do need that. I love the AI sound effects. It sounds like somebody like continually plunging deep into someone's pussy or something. Like it just sounds weird. Why does it sound so wet? It sounds like you're plunging deep. It's got that like particular tone to it. Like you're like plunging deep into someone's like vagina. Oh my god, it's a fake AI car segment. What the hell is this? This run now. Holy shit! Oh my god. I gotta leave. Sorry everyone, stream's over. I gotta go. Run now! Run now! What if an AI is trying to save you? Like an AI knows that Skynet is trying to come into you. Sorry, not like that. It is like trying to get to you to kill you. And it knows that you're browsing Steam, so it uploads like a Steam AI slop thing that's disguised as a game that it knows that you'll click in, so that you'll click on it and then you'll see the message "run now" to save yourself. While phrasing, sorry, the idea of coming is on my mind. I'm like thinking about the way to nut. Why does Steam even allow these? Well, because like the thing about a marketplace is that it's sort of like, what do? It's like if you allow any level of control. If a game looks like AI and is a parody of an AI game, but is actually a good game, that game would not be allowed on the platform. But even then, guidelines are just suggestions in the face of people. Because even a process that's as well built out as like job interviews has so much subjectivity in them that it's really an exercise in who you meet on that particular day and how well their day has been going than it really is on the objective metrics. Like, even for a system like that has been thoroughly sort of analyzed and gamified by the large players, you can't even do that. So, let alone then who decides on what is art and who decides on what is a game and who decides whether it's worthy of being sold. It's that slippery slope that I don't think Steam or any game platform can really deal with. It's one of those things where it's like, if you start to define what it is, then all of a sudden you lose on what it could be because you've now boxed it in and it can no longer be anything beyond what you've seen. It can only be what you've ever known, and what you've ever known pales in comparison to the glut, to the bounty, to the wealth that is out there in the world from people that you might not have even known existed. Like there are games that I don't even know exist. You know what I mean? So how can I even know if like this is a worthy game? I can see that problem coming into play the moment that they go like, we don't allow this on the platform. Hi, I'm Gabe. I'm Gabe. Hi. Gaben speech. The international. Hi. 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 What's your voice? Hi. 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 Play the video, please. Hi. Hi. Play the video. Fuck. Hi. I'm Gabe. Hi.
Hi, I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi. I'm Gabe Newell.
14 years ago, we held the first
14
international in Cologne,
Hi.
Germany.
Hi. 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 Hi.
For me,
Hi.
hi, I'm Gabe
Hi.
Newell.
Hi. 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 Hi.
Hi, I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi. I'm
14
Gabe
years
Newell.
ago, we-
Hi. Hi. I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi, I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
Hi. I'm Gabe. Hi. I'm Gabe
Hi,
Newell.
I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi. I'm Gabe Newell. Hi.
Hi, I'm Gabe Newell.
Fuck, he has a certain tone to his voice that I can't get. Hi. Hi. I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi, I'm Gabe Newell.
Hi. I'm Gabe Newell. And your game is not allowed on Steam. Do you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, that was a lot of practice. That was a lot of practice for that one line. Sorry, that took long. I can't replicate his voice. He's a particular pitch that I can't hit. Hi. He's a particular pitch, and his voice has a certain sort of like boominess, like hi. You know, it's also because my microphone is not really tuned to pick up that stuff. Like, it's sort of hard, but my microphone is not gonna pick up those noises. So it's like hi. But yeah, it's like if Gabe Newell says that this is a game, but this is not a game, like, it's like, do you really trust them to make the right decision every time? It's better to have a platform that doesn't just allow illegal stuff. Like, it's like, is this bordering on illegality? Like, it's like, it's a game that shows real pictures of people selling drugs, then you can't really have that. You know what I mean? Just to use that as sort of like the example. But there's a lot of things that you can think of that are illegal, right? But then it's like, you know, you can't go too far, or otherwise you're censoring based on subjectivity. And at that point, it's like, what do you do? Then you run into the issue where it's like that game that we played during Spooktober, right? Where it's a game that is not glorifying any of this. It's using it as a backdrop of a horror game, and it didn't even show the stuff to the point, but it had like gore-like photos to talk about the topic that were all fabricated. It's meant to make you feel unsettled. It's not any more gory than like a real zombie game, and yet it was banned because of a subjective measure. It's just the reality that like any open platform, you can't, like, if you want to foster a true open market, you can't restrict certain things, because if you restrict certain things, then all of a sudden it's too easy to slip into restricting everything. You know what I mean? And Steam, whether we like it or not, is just a place where you pay the fee, you go onto the platform and you sell it. And they only really react if it's got like a major amount of backlash to it, right? Like a major amount. But as long as your game has a level of gameplay to it that's something, then sure, they'll give you the game. But beyond that, they won't do anymore because it's, you know, they can't do anymore. It's just too much of a slippery slope. But this is like the least slippery slope, I think. This is like, we haven't seen a real shot of gameplay the entire time. And actually, looking at the rest of the promotional stuff, Dark Omen, I don't see a single bit of gameplay. None of these are real shots of gameplay. Not a single one. Try out the demo. Help us. Chat, should I download this? I'm so worried about this being a virus. Like, I'm actually so worried. There's 2 curators have reviewed this product. AI detected. Holy shit, there's an AI finder. Peeping? Follow slop alert. Peeping? The hell is Peeping? It's a psychological survival game where you detained in supernatural must balance pretense and madness. I thought this was going to be a game where you peep on somebody's like asshole or something. I don't know. But yeah, so it's like, some of them are really bad. But it's like, how do you decide? High school sophomore Jacob, release date 2030. What? What? What's crazier, Chad? What's crazier? Is it crazy that they said 2030, or is it crazy that 2030 is only 4 years from now? It's only 4 years from now. Like, think about that. 2030 is only 4 years from now. In 4 years, it'll be 2030. A whole new world. My God. High school sophomore Jacob suddenly discovers he has superpowers and must team up with his best friends to become the elect few, but convincing them to embrace their powers and save the world. What is this? Elect few? This sounds like supremacist stuff. I don't know how to say this. The story sounds like it's bordering on like far right supremacist dialogues. Uh-oh. 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 I mean, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's see if it's, you know. To be fair, it's like that whole thing of like in an RPG. In Final Fantasy Tactics, like you practice eugenics, or like in Pokemon, you practice eugenics. Because if a Pokemon doesn't have the right stats, you throw it away. And throwing it away has this connotation of like you don't really know what happens to it. So like all games sort of have that flavor, and all games where it's like you are the chosen party sort of has that feel too. But like this one in particular has like a certain feel to it because of the whole analog to real life in American football. What is this music? I could not have expected this. I could not have expected this. It's the same run animation as like a superhero character, but in a high school. Some city high school in some city in California. And then you have the music. This is like the ultimate backdrop music for these types of games, this type of experience. What is this? The haters will get back up, so I won't back down. What's funny is that I've heard that phrase a lot, and you can apply it to a lot of things. Like the pussy gets back up and I won't back down. And so it's like you can make it about sex. Or like the food comes back up but I won't back down, to make it about vomiting. Or like my taxes go up but I won't back down, as if to say that I have to pay it anyways because there's no escape from a capitalist system. You know what I mean? Like you can, that phrase structure has so many different ways that you can apply it. It changes the meaning so drastically, and I love that phrase structure because it's like, because again, every single one has a very different, very there's a massive difference between each and every single usage, and it's all the same structure. It's sort of a funny phrase that I've always thought about and I always like using. Sorry, it's good. I just didn't expect the syncing with the music. Also, I like how Some City, California looks like a fucking wasteland. Why does Some City, California look both like a cyberpunk world and a fucking wasteland? I know that, like I know that you have like the outdoors and stuff, and it does look like this on some level, but like it looks like a wasteland. No, Steam, don't do this to me. No, Steam, please, no, Steam, please, no. Stupid seeking video player. Because this is the thing, right? Is that if you Steam and you moderate games on your platform, the previous game that I showed you and this game, it's like you could theoretically apply them both to the same metric and come to the same conclusion of reject. But this game, in spite of the way that it is, in spite of the way that I'm laughing at it, has more effort placed into it than that other AI slop game that we just saw. It's actually somebody's attempt at making something. And it's like, it's not like they don't deserve to have a chance to be sold. They've paid their fee, they've done their dues, they've created the game, they've made it work. Who's to say that this shouldn't be allowed to be sold? You don't have to buy it as a consumer if you don't want it. You're allowed to ignore it, and you're allowed to say that it's not a good product. It's just a product in the end. But you're also allowed to, sell it. Tonight You Die. Sorry. Oh my god. His whole family got fucking nuked. His whole family got fucking nuked. Holy shit. It's like his whole family was over at his... Look, it's as if his whole family was over at his family's house for like a holiday dinner, and they got fucking nuked. Also, what was this? Okay, Caleb, you finally got your churn. Hi, new Los Angeles. We're bound to spot some crimes happening here. What is it about LA that has crimes? Subdue the criminals in LA, and then it's like time to head home. You go home. Your entire family is over having dinner in your American home, and they get blown the fuck up. And it's like it's your whole family. Because look at this gravesite. There are so many graves in this one gravesite that's presumably all for your family. These are all your family members fucking dead. Blown up by a nuclear bomb. Oh my god.
But I won't retreat. I won't deplete. I will succeed.
What is this game? You have to go to church? No, chat. I told you there's some weird undertones. I told you there's some weird undertones. What is this? What is this character acting? Why does the I don't know how to say this. Why does the guy in why does the person in the dark suit, in the dark metal suit that looks like Sauron, why does he move like he's a High School Musical character? Look at the animations for the motion. It looks like a High School Musical character trying to say like, no, bro, no, bro, I can't make it to prom. I gotta talk to my girl about it. Okay, now think of that dialogue as you look at the motion. Gotta talk to my girl about it. You know what I mean? Like, you can see it play out. You can see the High School Musical play out. It's actually kind of funny.
See that we won. I hear victory song. This is my victory song. Rise up.
It's the most it's unintentional. It's so funny. Oh my god, it's so good. Chat. You can't make this up, chat. You can't make this up, chat. The grass like cuts through his face. He's clipping with the grass, and all you hear is this rise up, and all it showed was him going up from the floor. You actually can't make this up. Oh my god. What is this game? But again, thank God school's over. Look at the quest text. Look at the goddamn quest text. True identity. Thank God school's over. Looks like the gang's got some work for me to do. Time to move up on the skill list. You gotta go check out your skills and you gotta talk to Victor. Like, the injustices of war? What the fuck? What is the story that they're trying to tell here? Some city dam. Gotta show Derek up this week. He made it through the sewers all the way to the entrance. Time for me to go further. I gotta go walk through the sewers even further. Safety room. What is this? Thank God school's over. Thank God school's over. Time to kill someone. Thank God school is over. Time to cut someone down and turn them into mincemeat. What the? A giant made of water that's terrorizing the city. What is? I've never seen this. This character right here, this is a power bottom. I can just tell that they're a power bottom. Like, this is a fascinating game. Trailer. This is a fascinating game as a whole. I'm just so surprised that stuff like this is made. It really does feel like the early 2000s of style games, like early 2010s, where it's like, you would get a game where it's like somebody's passion project and they made it. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but it'd be like their passion project, they made it, and they sort of like tried whatever they wanted to, but they have the technical ability, but it's sort of hard to think about solo. What is it, solo? Triune, Vanguard, solo. It's like you have the technical ability, but you're missing some of the sauce that makes the story go from strangely forced to being almost natural in that way. It's sort of it's hard to explain, but like there's a sauce that artists seem to have. Like you know when an artist is really good at what they do when you can sort of lose yourself in their work and you can just look at their work and it feels like something that you can just absorb and it just feels like it fits. If that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel cringy or out of place. Not to say that cringe is bad. I think cringe is important too. But to say that, like, there's something about it that makes it feel serious without feeling like it insists upon itself, right? And so it's like it's something. It's like they had the technical ability, but they're missing that, because it's like this just feels like it insists upon itself. You know what I mean? To like use that meme, and insist upon itself. It's just sort of funny to see this because I'm like, what is this? So that's the first trailer. The second trailer is something else entirely. And I also want to know, like, where did they license these songs from? Anyways, this was recommended. This is their first game. Wait, that's why they have the technical skills. They've made multiple games. So, yeah, they've made 2 games. They made this game before, Avium. This is a previous game. Intense boss battles. Unparalleled flight mechanics. Tactical combat your way. This is Concord by Sony Entertainment. Others are saying RoboCop plus Fallout 4 plus Marvel equals Avium. A fever dream of Neon Rebellion, and I thought it said Redneck for a second. Suit up! It's more of a tech demo than the game. Steam Curator, Triune Vanguardian. Holy shit, they made their character. They made their entire character. Like, they actually made their character a developer on Steam. That's funny. I've never thought about that. But, like, imagine you having your VTuber and it's just, like, your face on the screen. Like, imagine, like, it just says Jeff. Like, it just says Jeff something. Moomin Troll. What the fuck is a Moomin? Winter's Warmth. I'll check this out. But first, let's see what this is. Okay, that's okay. Same thing. So what is the solo search? The creators of Snufkin. Sorry, is this a Snuff movie? Melody of Moomin Valley comes a heartwarming new adventure. Okay, sorry, that snow mechanic was so sick. Moomins are cute, but the snow mechanic is even better. That's actually really good. Wow. I don't know how to say this. Like, I know, no. Like, I know that it's a cartoon. I know that Moomin is a cartoon. But what I'm saying is, what are you gonna do in a game about it? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do in a game about it? Oh, okay, never mind. It's the best game ever. He just, like, slaughtered that child. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Snow job thing, you're 5. It really does seem like a snow job concept. Yeah. Because the thing about the snow job concept is that snow jobs aren't really good games, right? The whole point of the snow job is that it's just a random idea that I have that I just want to make to see if it's good, just to play around with it. It's not really meant to be a good game, but this feels like a snow job game. Not that it's like a bad game, but it's like the kind of game that you play when you want to have a story being told to you. But you want like a picture, but you want like those interactive storybooks, the ones that like have the pop-up 3D pop-out sort of like cardboard things, but they don't have a book. Instead they have a video game for it. So you just play the game. It feels like that. Not to say that these games are bad. It's just I don't really have a connection to the IP of Moomin Troll. But sorry, like I don't have a connection to the IP of like the Moomin, but I also don't really have a connection. Like even if I had a connection to the Moomin genre, I don't think I would like this game either way. Because it's exactly. It's just a story game with mini games. Not to say that that's a bad thing, but it's like I don't know. I'd rather just watch the show, or I'd rather just buy the merch. I don't know. It's just missing something. It's missing some sauce. I don't know. It's missing some sauce. Because there's games like that I think do very, very well and they're very interesting. Like there's Oxide, I think that was called. There's like a game kind of like that where it's sort of that idea of you're in a story game, you're trying to figure out what's going on. But that one didn't look as interesting. Sorry, Doll Maker 2. What is this? Another anime waifu game. Rolls and Dungeons. I just want to see all the weird Gune slop. Because there's good games that I know for sure in this list that I'll show you in just a moment. But I really want to see all the Gune slop too. Am I being mean to games? It's just hard for me to see me wanting to play that because it's like I don't know how to say this. Like a lot of story games like that can be very plain, and I only really like story games if they're a really good story game or they include some level of mechanics and like puzzles. But like say a game like the Something of Edith Finch, right? That game, I don't really look at that game as a like a how do I say this? I don't look at that game as a game that I'd want to play. I look at the game as a game that I'd want to watch just to be able to learn the story. And the only reason why I'd play it is because the story is wrapped up within the game. But there's not really much of a game to it. It's sort of odd, where it just tells an interesting story. And there's nothing wrong with that. I actually do enjoy the medium of interactive stories being told within games. I actually think that games that are walking simulators that tell stories are fascinating and very interesting, because using that level of interactivity lets you tell a very interesting story in a much deeper way. But I do always think to myself, whenever I walk around those games and I do nothing but listen to what's being told and see what's happening, I always do look at it and think to myself, I kind of wish that there was more that I could do to really connect with the story in the way that the only games can really do. And it's weird because like the game has the opportunity to do that, but it just doesn't do that. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, cut the sappy music. Who gives a shit about the sappy music? Also, another thing that I was thinking about too, it's was it the ground floor? I guess like also, sorry, I just saw the link. Sorry, let me open it. The ground floor of like what a game requires of the player. It's a lot more than a movie and a book. Well, I mean, books also require it to some degree. But like for like a movie, it's like, let's say you watch a show, right? The director can pace and sort of guides you to an understanding. Whereas in a game, you have to go through the motions. If the motions aren't very engaging, it's hard. I think it's extra hard for someone to get into a good story, because it's just so. It's like all that friction that you have and having to like get off your ass and actually like do something to really engage with it goes beyond just the mental, and now you're in the physical world as well. You actually have to like execute on these admittedly pretty tough tasks, right? It's only not hard for us because we all play games, so it's easy for us to press these buttons very quickly, but you can really tell when somebody is like doesn't really play games and they try to, and they rarely do, and when they do play a game, you can really tell that they're not good at it and they struggle, and it becomes frustrating. Like it's super difficult to make something like that interesting, and worth the effort of going through the mechanics. And I use the example of the root trees a lot, but it's because that's the one that sort of like we're all sort of aware of. But that game was interesting where the story was very sort of nondescript, sort of like a story that you could read about in any newspaper. It's sort of the story that you can read about anywhere. It's all the same story everywhere. Nothing really crazy about it, but it's the way that the mechanics sort of helped you connect to it that I think made it that much more interesting. Because you have the intrigue and the way that the intrigue plays out in the game, the way that you try and solve that interesting intrigue of what is going on, and the way that it gives you the ability to be the driver in the seat and actually rewards you and actually like keeps you engaged with the interesting game mechanics that you have to get off your ass to like do. That's a good way of doing a story game. Because again, that story is like not at all unique or interesting or crazy or anything. It's just a normal, average, everyday story about life in the world. But it's that ability to use the mechanics to connect the player to it that I think is so fascinating. That like a lot of story games, you get a walking story game, and I'm like, yeah, it's a snow job. That's the whole reason why I made that whole category of like snow job as like this is like a game that I would make, because I can't do that, Oh, fuck this! It's a horror game. Oh, see, like these are like these types of horror games too, where I'm like, well, what am I doing really? I don't know. Same thing, but a horror game. How many dudes?
Apparently,
What?
5% of dudes think they could take a gorilla 1v1. So
I could take it like 0.5 v1. I could take a gorilla even with just my arms.
let's see how that goes.
I've seen this trailer. I've seen this game. I know exactly what this game is. I actually think that this game is going to be a masterpiece.
All right, but what if
Because it's like the game Ultimate Battle Simulator or something, or like like Super Battle Simulator, where you just pit a bunch of creatures against each other. And there's something fun about that as a concept, because you just want to like see what they do.
This dude became a necro dude.
And
Connected some evil red.
and let me tell you about this. It's like an idle RPG. It's like Clickpocalypse 2 in its execution, but less progression and sort of less building up, and more just you just throw things at the wall to see what sticks. Like what can kill the gorilla? A necromancer.
Is a game about how many dudes it takes to beat stuff up.
Now, obviously, there's that problem of like, okay, how fun can it be for a very long time? But the thing that really surprised me was that they actually made it more of a game compared to the current games of this type, where you just sort of build the army. And it's interesting that they went this way because it's less of a puzzle. Sorry, give me a second. Where like, let's say Ultimate Battle Simulator or something. I forget the name of that game now, but that game is more of a puzzle game where it's like, okay, how do you get past this specific challenge? And whereas this one, I remember, like, it's almost like you build your powers over the run, and then you sort of build your army from your choices. It's like making the most out of your choices, which is a very roguelike thing that doesn't really happen anymore because every roguelike game has a reroll system. Control Devour Slime, shoot and solve puzzles by shooting on platformers. I was about to close the tab because I don't know how to say it. Platformers are all the same, but this platformer actually looks kind of different because you manipulate the level itself. That's kind of sick, actually. You have like a limited number of uses for your puzzle blocks, and you need to use them in the right way to be able to solve the thing. It's kind of like the idea of taking Super Mario Maker, but you build the level as you play. And sorry. What is this? Is this Vampire Survivors? Here Comes the Swarm is a survival RTS with a pause button. Okay, I don't know if I care about the fact that it has a pause button, but thanks. What does it matter if there's a pause button? When there's a pause button, holy shit, it's like Stronghold. Okay, this might be a 10 out of 10 game. This is another genre of game that I'm surprised hasn't really hit it big. Sorry, just give me a second. This game genre, I've seen a couple of takes on this, and almost always they go too far away from the core of it, which is like a Stronghold style game, and they seem to make it more of like a shitty like an RTS that's closer to like a bad Warcraft 3. And I'm like, I don't really know why. When you could just make a game that's like building, that's about getting territory, building out, getting more resources, and then also having an RTS defense style game that I think works very well. Because then it's like interesting in the sense that you have to build your army to get out there, but you also have to explore the map to eventually clear it out. It's sort of it's a thing that I think Riftbreaker does very, very well that nobody seems to know about that game. I'm the only one that seems to have ever played it. It's one of the best tower defensive games that I played. It has this thing that's also like a Factorio game, and it's like every other game of this genre seems to go towards too much RTS. I have so many things to say about these games because I've played so many games now, and maybe that's a problem. Have I played too many games? Controls Inc. Control Sync, a submerged post. Sorry. Also, these taglines are getting crazy. I feel like every tagline is insane. A submerged post-apocalyptic retro-style FPS set in the world swallowed by the ocean after human AI war. Blast to as if we would survive the AIs. Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. I mean, wait, the music's kind of banging though. I kind of just want to watch the trailer just to listen to the song. Whoever's playing the bass, they're going fucking crazy. This is bass as a mainline instrument. This is bass as the melody. Everybody's improvising around the bass, not the other way around. But yeah, it's just a first-person shooter. I don't know. It's kind of the same thing of like... Actually, first-person shooters kind of feel like that too. A lot of them are just first-person shooters. Am I just cynical about games now, chat? Am I just cynical about games? Because like, what's weird is that this game versus... What's that other game? Fuck. I need to find the names of these games, and I need to send you all the larger list. There's like a larger list full of games I didn't send in Discord yet. I feel like there's so many types of these games that I'm like I've done that seem way more interesting and way more sort of like they're taking the concept in a weird way. What the fuck is this? Is this a Spot the Difference game? Sorry, my what? Wolves in the Magic World are migrating. Okay, explore magical storybooks. It's one of those games where you collect the items that are hidden around the world, and you have to find these hidden details to go around. Okay. Man, maybe I'm just cynical, chat. Maybe I just don't know anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like, making a game is hard, but it's like, just because something's hard doesn't mean that it's worth it. I don't really know. It's actually sort of an interesting question that the Steam Next Fest always makes me wrestle with. Is like, just because someone put a lot of time and effort into it doesn't mean that they deserve to eat. I don't really know. Because it's like, I can spend a lot of time and effort towards crafting and molding my literal human feces into like a particular sculpture to make it look cool. But does it mean that you should have given me money for it? I don't really know if that's true. I feel like you shouldn't give me money for the human feces. I mean, that was a cool game. It's Vampire Survivors. And this is a Vesper Hotel. This is a horror game where you walk around.
And mystery. Step inside and experience the charm of our
It's got an AI voice. A Dollmaker 2. Okay, this one actually looked cool. Sorry, what the fuck is this? Dollmaker 2 is an FPS tower defense game where you are Lucky Fisher co-recruit. This is the second game? There's a first game of this? Wait, this looks a lot like Killing Floor. This is Killing Floor if it was made on Tumblr aesthetics. You know what I mean? No, this is Killing Floor if it was made on like Goblin America stuff. This is Killing Floor if it was made on what's like another genre of game that's sort of like this. What are you looking at? I don't really know. I didn't like that mouth though. There's oh god. By the way, you know what's funny? I've thought about this ever since looking at my ear and stuff. Is like, this looks disgusting, right? But like a vagina is basically sort of like this if you open it up. And so it's like, I don't know why, but like one looks more appealing than the other. And it's only because of its placement and its role in life. But I've always thought about this. If you put a vagina in someone's face, it probably doesn't look nearly as interesting. And I've always thought about that. Like the human flesh is a weird concept that I think more games should use as a visual, because it's inherently strange how you can evoke certain feelings simply by its placement and its use compared to what it is. It's sort of a weird space that I've never really seen ever used in any interesting way. Drugs were involved. See, that's the thing, is like they're like, it's this aesthetic. Yeah, it's like a drug world. It's like an LSD aesthetic, if that makes sense. It's sort of odd. You think there are too many games that take popular genre such game, make a poor recent copy with some extra gimmick that doesn't actually add anything to the game. Yes, that's exactly it. It like a lot of it really does feel like, and again, it's like you have. It's like, and I don't blame them, because it's hard to come up with a game mechanic, but it's also like it's hard for me to want to go like, okay, I want to play this. Vampire Survivor was interesting in that it was really one of the first ones that I could think of that I would want to play that actually had like a weird amount of depth to it. That was kind of fun to chill out to for like 2 or 3 hours, right? Versus. But like, to play another Vampire Survivor clone that just adds one more gimmick on top of it, I'm sort of like, I don't really know if I want to. Like, I've already played the game. And that's sort of the thing, is like, when you take the genre and you don't really do anything with it, then it's just sort of the same thing over and over. And it's just like, what? Like, you've already played the game before, but now you're playing like the 500 sequel. It's sort of odd how everything just feels like a sequel to the same thing, to the thing that was the genesis of it, instead of feeling like its own identity within the world. It's sort of odd. Not to say that you have to have your own identity. Sometimes just having a really good take on an existing game is great. But it's hard for me to then go like, I want to play that, because I've already played it like a million times over, and I keep playing it a million times over. It's sort of odd. You're not sure if the devs don't know that they're doing it, or they actually think it's a good game. I think both are sort of reductive of sort of the mindset. I don't think that they think it's a good game. I think that it is a good game to them. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't think like somebody who goes through the process of making something like this and spending so much time is necessarily doing it out of like a sunk cost fallacy. It's very easy to walk away from an idea, even if it's bad, right? I think that they actually do see it as a good game. It's not that they think it, it's that it is a good game to them. And I don't think that they're unaware that they're doing it. I think they're also aware that they're doing it. But it's like that idea of like whenever we play a game and I go like it's missing something, like we play a game and we all think of these ideas of how it could be better and we make the game, right? It's that same concept that I think is coming into play and not necessarily a delusion. Like I like basically I don't think it's a delusion. I think it comes from a truly good-spirited center that is trying to say, I really liked what you did, but if it had this bit, it'd be even better. And sometimes that actually does work. Sometimes you get that and it works out very well. Like Risk of Rain 2 is sort of like that for a lot of different genres of games, where it's like it took a bunch of different disparate ideas about these games and said, okay, if you take all these things and you combine them in these specific ways, and then you add just these specific things, then you get Risk of Rain 2, and that's a good game. So it's like it's not like it doesn't work, but to say that it's like, but I don't want to imply the delusion aspect of it. I think it's better to imply that it's like people just see an idea that they enjoy and they want to do their own take on it because they think they can do it better and because to them it is better, right? And I think that that's a totally valid thing. But I do definitely see that problem of like, well, the problem is that it's not always better. It's maybe better for them and maybe like 1 or 2 people, but it's not really that much better. And so it's like I'm just kind of stuck playing the same thing over and over. This looks like a Half-Life mod. So this is the first game. I've never seen this. But kind of want to play it because it's so fucking weird. It feels like a fever dream. What the hell was that? What? The gambling? Chat, we have to play these games. Well, this and the second game, we have to play them both. Sorry, this is going on the list because I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, like this is a game. What's funny is that their first game, I think the trailer does a much better job of showing off what the game pop could be compared to the trailer of their second game. Because the trailer for their second game, I don't think was nearly as good as like that trailer from their first game. Because this one has a lot of elements of shooting that kind of makes me go like, this is Killing Floor. But that first game showed me that, wait a minute, there's a lot more to the game than just Killing Floor. So maybe we gotta play both of these games. Like, it has hints of it being more of a weird game over here. But like, yeah, we have to try this game out. Sorry, both these games, we have to try these out. The first game trailer showed a better view of it, I think. The second game trailer didn't really show too much. Maybe it's a combination. Like Dark Souls types games are popular, so they want to make something similar with their style, but the execution is never really there. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's a better way of saying the thing that I was trying to say. Yeah. I love the way that you say things. You have a certain way with you have a way with the words. I love when chat helps me get my ideas out there in a much simpler, more concise way. Yeah, that's just it. It's just the execution just isn't there. But in my mind, they really do actually enjoy that, and that is what they think is a. Like, it's not what they think. It's not like a delusion. It is a good game to them. But they just can't execute their idea. And we all have this. We all have this idea of like the concept, like the concept in our minds and the reality that it is once it leaves our minds through our limbs and into the world, right? You've seen my art and you know how bad my art is to know that it's a difficult thing to do. This is a visual novel. I just want to see the trailer because never mind. I was hoping that that's a trailer. She's living in a non-Euclidean apartment. What is this? An interactive visual novel with psychological and Lovecraftian themes. Visual novels especially are a very hard sell for me because it's like hard for me to want to play a game that's a story because it's like unless I'm invested in the story, it's hard for me to want to do it. This is a visual novel that I've been waiting for a very long time because I read the webtoon and I got addicted to it. And I don't know why. It's just a stupid little webtoon about a stupid little romance story with stupid little like tropes and themes. But I like it, okay? It's nothing that it's nothing that I could do. It's just kind of cute. I don't know. But like unless I'm addicted to the idea of like unless I like the story, it's hard for me to want to get into a visual novel because most visual novels have no gameplay. You never finish reading it when they stopped on webtoons. Good choice. Like the blue ball effect was real, and I did feel that very heavily. But I'm glad that I'm making a game about it so that we can finally finish it in our own way. Like I can just decide to go and like have sex with anyone now. It's great. Is it even finished? No. I think they I was reading more about the story and the drama of it. Apparently, like they went to negotiations and it fell apart. And you know, we don't know exactly how it fell apart, but that's sort of the way that it went. But apparently, she doesn't own the IP of the webtoon. It's like the webtoon is not it, and it's apparently like the the concept is. So it's like the webtoon is frozen, but the concept is hers, so she can still do stuff. There's published books. Okay, if I search Let's Play books, it doesn't really work. Oh, like the published volumes of the webtoons. Maybe it's just the published volumes of the webtoons. I don't know if it's like collects the first 23 chapters. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just like imagine you saying yeah like in your voice. And it's just it's there's just something about it. Cuz it's like there's something about you that like there's something about you as a person where I'm like I can't imagine you just going like yeah. And I don't know why. It's something about all chat members where I'm like I can't imagine any chat member just like going like yeah. With the way that it sounds like in my head. You just don't know if it's completed. Yeah, exactly. Like just all of you. Oh, maybe you'll do. Oh yeah. Please do the voice memos do the voice memos because we're gonna play it in half an hour. We're almost there. But yeah, so I'm looking at the Amazon thing now. It seems like it just collects the chapters, so I don't think it is actually a continuation. How do you do that? I don't know actually. I actually don't know what's like a good way to record things. But you know, you can record things however you want. And then just send it to me as like a DM. You don't think you have a way to record? That's a good point, actually. Is there like what's like an easy way to record things that doesn't require you to have a download a program? Is it not like a web recording thing that just lets you like record a voice clip that won't be sold to AI? Right? Also, yeah, so I'm reading a pirated copy of the book, and I can tell you right now the books are just the webtoon. So if you've seen the webtoon, it just stops there. Yeah, what's like a way to record without having to download the program? Oh, Windows has a voice recorder thing. It's a default installed app. I don't know if you have it, but I deleted mine. Sorry, an incremental game about casinos? Assemble a team of debtor heroes, clear dungeons, hoard chips, spin the slot machine. Casinos? Of people in debt. Assemble a team of people in debt. So they don't even complete the webtoon even for the books. Yeah, so like I don't even think like I don't even know if like she owns the books. Like it's weird because like as far as I could tell, that story is apparently not even hers anymore. Like it's webtoons. Like apparently the stipulation on webtoon is that you can't do anything with it. Because there's a bunch of other ones from other authors too where it ends and everyone but the author comes back to do their other things. So they have other stories off the website and even like other different webtoons too. But they all say the same thing. Like I've seen the same thing corroborated across multiple authors where they all say that they no longer have the rights to it. And it's like it's under like a contract where like they can't do anything with it but a webtoon. And if they don't want to do the webtoon because it doesn't make them money and it'd be just and the webtoon doesn't want and the webtoon doesn't want to pay them because apparently most of the disputes that I've read is that most of the time webtoon doesn't really pay you very much if at all. So it's like you're mostly doing it out of pocket and they do a lot to try to pull the money away from you. So it's sort of like it seems like it's mostly a webtoon problem where whatever system that they have, I don't know if it's a contract or something, whatever system that they have takes away your options to be able to like work on the thing. And because it's no longer feasible to work on the thing for like ramen money, right? Let's say instant noodle dollars. They just can't work on it. But they also want to do more with it. But they can't just take it and do something else with it because it's not theirs. However, it's interesting how it seems like it only applies to the story as it is as a comic book, as like a visual novel type of deal. Because again, she's able to make Everdate, and she's been able to make Everdate ever since. But I've also seen that the authors are able to go work on other things too, just not with that specific story in that format. Like I've even seen a lot that like continue it as a story instead, as like a written storybook. And so it's like it seems like just the format and like the way that it's used as like a comic you can't seem to do that past Webtoon. But I don't know. This is all sort of like reading as like a third party from statements by authors about why they don't do certain things. Like until I get the contract and until I see exactly what their contract was, I would never know, right? That's just the reality of like what these contracts are. But if I get a contract and it says like I can't do that, it's like then it maybe would be clear. But it seems like it's more of a problem of like just whatever Webtoon is like getting up to with them. There's probably sites that let you download the file. You can also do a phone. You can also send a voice. You can also send a voice message directly through Discord. Okay, send me a voice message on Discord. Send me your voice and choose an animal though. You have to choose an animal. I don't want to just hear your voice out of nowhere. There's a veil. There's a veil of like streamer and viewer that has to be kept. It's specifically for a game about animals with voices. Though also, if you do want to take part in the New Year's thing, please have like a New Year's countdown voice as well. Please do a New Year's countdown. And for the love of God, the people who sent in a New Year's countdown, all of you are on a different time flow. Can all of you have a different circadian rhythm? Go to an online website, find a timer, and match the timer, please, because all of you count slightly off, and it's hard. It's hard for you to deal with. You're just gonna do yeah. Okay, do like yeah. Do yeah. But yeah, this looks interesting. I mean, this is just basically just a tower defense game. You just put your characters there. You match the timer with yours. Okay, well, for some reason, maybe I don't have a sense of time. The Artisan of Glimmerth is a cozy, relaxing... What is a cozy, relaxing puzzle game? If I play a puzzle game and I don't solve the puzzle, I don't feel cozy. I feel like I want to die because the puzzle is not solved. I'm going to feel like I'm going crazy. What? While coloring stained glass or storing the artworks of Kingdom Above the Clouds. Okay, it does look sick though. I do love the idea of a cloud place. It's cool. Oh my god, it's an art game. I can't play this. Actually, that was kind of cool. There's even rules. All regions must be one of these shapes. And you have different rules that you have to apply, and you have to color it in a way. But it's freeform. That's interesting. It's a freeform game that lets you decide how you want to color in the spaces with the colors that you want. So not only do you get to draw, you get to draw by the rules, but you get to draw in any way that you want. So for instance, here, you want to do a line here and a square here. Oh, sorry, yeah, exactly, yeah. That's kind of a cool concept, actually, huh? It's weird, too, because like a freeform puzzle game sounds like an oxymoron in the sense that you wouldn't be able to do such a thing. Otherwise, it's not really a puzzle. But doing it in a rules-based way, that's kind of a genius concept. That's... Like, the idea is growing in my head. It's going on my list. As the idea grows in my head, it goes further and further up my list because the idea of a puzzle game that uses rules and uses execution as a freeform element. That's good. 4X strategy game? I'm sorry. Sweeps Gensokyo. What? As the esports tournament begins. What? What was this? Thoughtopia? Thoughtopia. Okay? Thoughts? I don't know what thoughts are. Thoughtopia. So in Tokyo, there's a lot of thoughts and they're pro gamers and they want to go do stuff. I don't know. What's a 4X strategy game? Sorry, she's French? Okay. French? Indian? Okay, so there's only 2 characters. Okay, there's 3 characters. One is the hot Egyptian cat from Animal Crossing. One is French. German. So, hot Egyptian cat from Animal Crossing. German. Indian. French. And then what do you do? Sorry? You... What is this? It's Civilization. Wait, it's a waifu Civilization. What? Oh my god. It's waifu Civilization. I can't believe it. Because that totally makes sense. Like, why is America Teddy Roosevelt and not... I don't know, who's like a hot American? You know what I mean? Like who's a hot American waifu? Why is America in Civ Teddy Roosevelt and not a hot American waifu? You know what I mean? That's how you make money. Is you just take the concept of Civ and you make everyone like a hot waifu. Holy shit. It's kind of a genius idea, but I don't play. What is this? Weed? What? Cannabis? No. Build, customize. Okay, there's also this genre of game that I've been seeing too. This genre of like shop simulators. This got popular as like streamer bait, but now it's a growing trend. And I've noticed something. It's the same reason why people play Sims, okay? It's fun to do a job within a game. It's not fun to do a job in real life. However, I will say this. If I could have as a job the ability to power wash all day long, I think I would enjoy that a lot. I genuinely do find it fun. I like cleaning stuff. I know it's kind of fun. Just not like shit. I don't want to clean shit and piss. If you have shit and piss and bugs, I don't want to clean it. Sorry to say. So you grow weed in a warehouse. I don't even know why I'm watching a trailer. Like, what trailer could possibly make me want to buy this game? What trailer could possibly want to make this game interesting? Because this is just that other game, the like Section 1 game, or like something like that, where it's like where you grow drugs and it's like cool lo-fi skater music, but worse. Like you should just play that game, because that game is already there and is already good. Whereas this is like simulated slop. And so it's like, why would I want to play this game over that game? It doesn't really make any sense. This is a perfect example of the idea of a game where it's like someone's, oh, you sent it. Okay, I'm gonna listen to it after, once I figure out which button to mute. But because, oh, animal, you guess a horse. Okay, so you've chosen a horse. Okay, I'll make you a horse. Can you imagine a horse? I just says yeah. What is this? Coin harvest. Harvest coins with robotic arms, unlock islands, and conquer realms. An incremental idle desktop widget that runs as you work. Okay, I'm sorry to say it, this is the best concept. But I'm going to say this, and I know this is crazy to say. Why spend money buying a game where you collect coins when you can make money mining crypto? It's a 2-second clip of yeah. Okay, I'm going to listen to it. Okay, that was really good. I like how you said it too. You had this like forceful like, yeah. That was good. You sounded cool. That was good. I want to keep it as a surprise for when we start the game in 15 minutes. Immerse yourself in the cozy. Cozy? How many times is it cozy? How many cozy games are there? Sloibus. I love my cozy tower defense game, where the wizards on my tower like blow the brains off of the monster that's walking down, and I have to like clean its innards off the pathway for the next monster. Cozy Dark Souls 1. I actually think a cozy Dark Souls could work. I don't know how to say this, but I think there's a concept here, okay? You take Hello Kitty and you give her a sword, and you basically make the game just Dark Souls, but it's all cutesy, and I swear to God, that game is going to be a hit. 100% that game is going to be a hit. The problem is that Dark Souls, the thing that really makes Dark Souls, I think, very interesting compared to the gameplay is that it tells a good story in an interesting way. It tells a good story in an interesting way. It invites you to pay attention to things and to care about things that are happening. And so it's like, if you apply it to a cozy game, I feel like it's an oxymoron, because a cozy game is all about giving you the answers. Because if you don't have an answer, then it's not cozy. It's frightening. It's fraught with terror and danger, because the unknown is scary. But when everything is known, then you can feel safe, because you know what's inside of your walls. It's me. And that makes you feel happy inside, because you know that there's no surprises. When there are no surprises, then things become ultimately cozy. But in doing so, you lose the soul that is Dark Souls. What do you mean Dark Souls is already cozy? That too, honestly. Like you walk around, and like the best part about Dark Souls are the old dudes. Elden Ring old guys. What's their name? Too old to get good? I don't give a fuck about you, man. Old creature monsters. What the fuck are those things called? The old people? Did we play the same game? No, it's like the old people. Like, what's the Elden Ring? What are the old people called? Elden Ring. What are the old people called? What are the old people? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? The like tarnished, the like decrepit tarnished shits. You know what I mean? The tarnished, the like flag old guy, the guy who's holding the flag. You know what I mean? The wretches. Fuck. I can't find them, but it's like those old dudes. Jerry? It's like Jerry? 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 Okay, YouTube it fucking sucks for searching things. I don't know. But you know what I mean. It's those old dudes who walk around and then they blow the horn like yeah. The dried sausage looking guys. Yeah. They're like dried sausage guys. That's cozy. When you walk so there's one part of the game. It's where they fight a giant. It's where they fight the giants, and you see all the old dudes just walking around like, and they're like freaking out because the old guy is slapping them. Sorry, because the giant is slapping them, and you see them like running, sort of stumbling as they get like blasted away. Dried sausage, cozy. You know, it's the form. It's the form and like the and like the smell of the age, right? The smell of the old smell smells very cozy. And it's because it's associated with that time when the elders in your life would take care of you. Whereas nowadays, because I'm old, the elders in my life say, okay, time to die. Time for you to go get a job and take care of yourself and pay your bills and survive in this cold world. Oh, you want a hug? We don't do that around here. Adults don't hug. Okay, time to die. Go get a job. Yes, exactly. Sorry, it's maybe hyperbole, but it feels the same. It's hyperbole in the sense of the reality, but it feels the same. And if my feelings are real, then therefore it's my reality. Old people smell like dust. Okay, maybe you should clean your grandma. Maybe you should clean your grandma every once in a while. She might need a shower. They're all dead. You like POV, you take a deep whiff from the urn and it's like, my grandma smells like dust as you smell her bone dust entering your lungs. Holy shit, that's good. It's a tower defense game. It's cozy, I guess. Tico, what the hell is this? Is an indie roguelike deck builder where you have to reach the highest possible score by playing poker hands, but in an unconventional way, making 3 combos at once. So this is Balatro, but you make 3 hands at once. I don't know how that's unconventional.
Hey, you. Me? Yeah. What? Get into the casino. Nope. That's an order.
Okay, I'm sorry. That's a really good combo. You can still clean her. You can. Yeah, just because they're a dead body doesn't mean that you can't clean them. Maybe you can water the ground. She's gonna transform into a tree. Stop.
It's easy. You just have to match chips and get the best score possible, and upgrade your build in the shop by collecting cards and
it's
other
Balatro.
items. Well, sounds interesting, but that's not all, kid. Create extreme strategies until you run out of dopamine in that teeny brain inside your skull. Hey, shut up. Welcome to the best roguelike deck builder ever made. I don't think it's...
Is this a parody of Balatro? I think it is a parody.
What happens if I lose? Nothing. You'll just lose all your money. And if I run out of money, you'll lose your soul. No one ever wins in Deco.
Yeah, this really does feel like a shitpost satire of what Balatro is, because it's literally, as a game, they described it as poker, but you play 3 hands. And I said this as a joke on my VOD about here. I made this joke about the Titanium Court demo on the VOD. It's the description somewhere. And I made this joke because it rings so true for me. And also this VOD channel, by the way, the script that I made works so well. I just need to remember to I had to fix the script. Like I had to give it like a real process. So I had to do everything not as like separate scripts that it spawns as their own process. I had to make it all under one process because I needed it to be excluded by the VPN. But like I made this joke because I was like, that's a good joke. It's got everything match 3 fans love, such as match 3, match 4, match 5. And it stops there because you can't do match 2 and 5. Every match above 6 is impossible because if you try to match 6, one side is 3, it gets counted as match 3. But like that's basically what this game is. where like sure it's like a funny concept as a satire game, but is it really that unconventional and interesting to play 3 cards at like 3 hands at the same time? I don't really know. Because it's the same as saying match 3, match 4, match 5 are 3 different games. You know what I mean? They're not 3 different games. It's all the same game. 4, 5, 9, 6. Yeah, exactly. Monster Girl Hunters. Sorry. A city where you collect your citizens, capture monster girls, craft a gear, and enact laws to turn them into compliant workers or fighters. Sorry. I like how they use the phrase enact laws to turn your monster girls into fighters or workers. That's just slavery. You enact a law to force them to work and lose the right to not work. I'm sorry, but you just invented slavery. This might be a 10 out of 10 game, and I kind of love it as is. The song is very fun too. It's very catchy. It's also very like, I don't know. It fits the vibe of the game if you think of like a Monster Girl world where they don't use the word slavery, but they just say laws. And so it's like it has this like cozy vibe of like it's cozy slavery. It's cozy slavery, and so it's like the song is cozy enough that you forget that it's playing with the concept of like slavery. What is this? Okay, that's crazy. It's like Darkest Dungeon if like you had waifus that had big titties. Sorry, her titties are massive. At that point, it's like not even like there's no way that it's even fun or comfortable. It just looks painful. You know what I mean? This is the thing about a big ass, a nice shapely ass compared to like large titties. Okay, I feel like a nice shapely bosom or a nice ass, or like a nice shapely ass, is 100 times worth more than like ridiculously large breast or like ass. Because at that point, it's not even fun for you. Like it's just living pain. And it's like you try to have fun with them, and it's like, sorry, can you like go a bit slower because my back hurts from just being alive the entire day. It's like, okay, sure. Whereas if it's just a nice shapely ass or a nice shapely pair of titties, it's just like go wild, buddy. Not to say that that's the only point of having them, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's like just to really home in the idea that like you live your life in just suffering. Oh my god, my monster girl died. Wait, the monster girl got fucking evaporated. she got evaporated. I'm sorry. You muzzle the monsters. You muzzle the monster? Wait, so the moves are like muzzling. You charge, so they killed the soldier, but then this person muzzled. Oh my god. This actually might be the best game I've ever seen. Do you know why? To capture the monster girls, you have to dress them up in things like a muzzle and like a collar. You have to throw the piece of clothing at them to fit them for their new role in your society where you have lawful jobs that you're forced to work. Hello, chat. Welcome. You're actually almost just in time. 3 minutes until we go into the zoo again. Like, you throw a leash at the enemy to capture the monster girl to force her to work in your city. And then you have cozy music playing at the same time. Chat, look at the laws. The laws are literally called Harpy Subjugation, Caging Harpies, Songs of Servitude. It's very on Harpy Egg Contra. Oh my god. I'm sorry, this game is going on the list. We have to play this game. Okay, we have to play this demo. We're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna play this game demo. There's a couple of game demos for us to play. And then we're also going to play the zoo game, okay? We're done. Check out the next fest. I have my picks. This and the adult game with the adult patch, okay? I'll wait to play the one session. And this one, chat sent. And I also have a couple more to show you in just a moment. And then we're going to go right into the zoo game. Shouldn't take much longer, but trailers, it all depends on trailer. Okay, you have found a banger of a game. I'm sorry, chat. You found a banger. You found a banger. This is not a snow job. A snow job implies it's a game that I could make, which means it's shit. Okay? This is beyond snow job. This is like, you could found a studio off of this. Also, chat, did you Did you re-record your fish voice? Please send me your fish voice. Again, I've never had even an inkling of the idea of what a fish sounds like until you told me that you wanted to make a fish voice. I don't even know what a fish could possibly sound like. You have to tell me it. Strange cube, gear. The world is dead. Will remain so. Everyone's just dead. It's you. For father's sins, we bear the load. Share the load. We bear the load. Share the load. No, you don't want to do that again. Okay. She was like a different animal, but like I just really want to know what a fish sounds like. You know what I mean? Because think about it. When have you ever heard a fish make a noise? Everybody, think in your mind right now. Imagine the noise of a fish and make that noise and send it to me. I bet you everybody's gonna have a different idea of what a fish sounds like. Blub, blub, blub. There's no way that two of you came to the exact same answer. I was thinking something completely different, which you'll see once we get to the game. So, do you just collect items? Sorry. Nothing wrong with that. Wow. That's such a cool looking, strange UI. The switches stick together. Yeah, it's everything's kind of nice here. This is the only place where you can find a fellow Switch, right? Out in the world, they have to pretend to be tops or bottoms, but here it's like you can be free to be a Switch. So you try to make a fish sound like that with water in your mouth. Okay, that's comedy. Holy shit, you should have never deleted it. Deleted it because I can imagine the way that it sounded like I can imagine that at some point as you did it you started laughing and then you started choking and so you had to like delete it. I wish you could find the original recording because it's so funny. It just sounds so funny. Like that's really good. Oh, that's really good, chat. That's really good. Holy shit, this is a good game, chat. You found the only snow job that actually matters. Well, we have a good list of games here. Got a lot of games here. I've actually got a couple of other games actually too. I found these games kind of last night as well. Like Mama Sleeping Angels. This thing I saw on the list and I was like, what the fuck is this? But also, there's other games I need to find in my new of them too, from like maybe like a week ago, where they announced that they'd be a part of it. So I need to find those as well. But like stuff like this. I want to play this and just see what hell's going. Holy, another 200 games. Sorry. That's why. Like, it takes a lot of time to go through the entire list. But we'll finish the rest of the list next time. It's lost media now. Oh, no, it's lost media. I'll be back in just a moment. Give me 2 minutes. I need to go clean up the chips on my desk because there's a bunch of chips and then use the washroom. And when I'm back, we'll be going to the zoo game. Maybe tomorrow we'll finish up on the full list. And again, reminder: tomorrow's the fashion contest. Heartopia and Gaia online. Please get ready. You will have details on how to join the world tomorrow. It's gonna be a private island that I can apparently open using coins. So it's gonna cost me like $5. So please, if you're gonna take part, please do take part. It costs me $5. Anyways, give me a moment. I'll be right back in just a moment. Kidding. I don't have to shit up. I was joking. I was just trying to find a category for the game, but it doesn't exist. It actually doesn't exist for some reason. So, I mean, I guess we just play the game. Shitters! Again, I've had this game for a long time, but I'm surprised that it has no category on Twitch. This game came out in... I'll talk about it more. Let me just start the game.